We're Raging Rolls, a bunch of nerdy-ass Aussies who get together when we can to play Dungeons & Dragons, try out voices, and have a whole lot of chaotic fun. We stream on Twitch on Thursday nights, with the VOD available immediately after broadcast. A shorter form of our shows are available on YouTube the following week. If you enjoy what we do, hit that follow button or even subscribe to show your support for the stream and share your feedback with us. Welcome everyone, it is a great day for some D&D today. Almost a full party. Got a couple of quick announcements, even though we saw some at the start of that whole reel. Let's kick off with a couple of extra things. Firstly, thank you Inflatable Cat for the subscription. Yoo-hoo! No, you don't have any fun because we don't know how to do it. Okay. A couple of quick announcements. First, while we are streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, your best place to come and chat with is still going to be Twitch. This is the chat we look at. This is the chat we're all on. Come and join us there. That's where the action is. Secondly, it is September still. That means you can save 30% on a subscription to any Twitch channel of your choice. You can subscribe to the Raging Rolls if you like. Just if you want to. Yep. And you can also use, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can also subscribe to a Twitch channel of your choice, and you could choose the Raging Rolls. Where's the logo over there? What? Right over there.
Over there, point both directions. There you go.
What else? Next week we are kicking off a brand new monthly campaign, DM'd by DM Dan to that side. Running Coast Strahd. Ooh, this is how many times you run Coast Strahd, Dan? This is number what?
This will be my second time running Curse of Strahd. First time on stream, and this time with a lot more prep work than the last one.
Which means that we'll get to derail you straight away, and then you'll be fucked.
Yes, we'll have two special guests. We'll have Adam, long-time viewer, second-time streamer, will be joining us. And the DM of Doom himself will be back. Robin will be back playing with us as well, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, excellent. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Which brings us to our fourth announcement. We'll be having a bit of break throughout October because I'm going on holidays. Woohoo! And if I don't press the buttons, then the show cannot go on. But we'll keep your Raging Rolls, I guess, appetite satiated with clips and things on YouTube, and of course, come and check out the Discord whenever you like. I think that concludes our announcements. If I'm not mistaken. I've just closed my notebook, which I actually need.
I did it! I'm done! Good night, everybody!
Right.
Just make it up from here, just.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Technically, it's all made up.
Coming into Bremen in our last session, you caught up with Higby. Ozen Higby. Higgs, affectionately known by Tolbin. For a friendly game of liar dice, and almost made a deal with Mylorna. After Departing that tavern, you made your way back to Tolban's house, having previously deposited Beatrice with Pura to be tended to for the evening. Beatrice being dragged along into the city on a small sled of makeshift cloaks and things because she was just far too tired to make it along on foot.
Oh yes, that's right. Chums.
As the night progressed at Tolban's house, some conversations were had between Mylorna and Greykov, negotiating the possible acquisition of a vessel for Mylorna, before Greykov quietly left through a window in Tolban's house to keep an eye on Beatrice. Now, the full moon that hung overhead all night finally dips below the horizon, sending Bremen into a darker day. The small Chewinga that has found a home with Jorgen emerges from his thick fur, stretches before having a bit of a look around at what he's presented with. The dog you all rescued the previous day begins licking Tolban's face, waking him. Tolban, looking up, you see Greykov and Beatrice carefully climbing in through a window. Sly sits in the shadows meditatively, watching unblinkingly at the window as they enter. She catches herself and shakes her head quickly and scrunches her eyes a few times, realizing they've now arrived. The fire in the hearth, a distant reminder of its former self, an echo of the strain you all now face. The morning is yours.
Well, did everyone get a good night's sleep? I've been working on something that I think might help with the Mylorna issue. I'm so sorry, Tolban. Your mouth is filled with dog tongue.
Stop making out with the dog.
Well,
Was the description that I was climbing through a window?
Yes, because you had stayed the previous night, unless you think that is not something you would do, in which case you would just use the front door. Either way.
Front end.
Well, you're at
Pura.
Nanny's place.
You're at Pura's house.
yes, yeah.
And Greykov went back there to sleep under the couch.
Yeah, well, I had some thoughts on that, like, initially being like, I was feeling very conflicted about this whole, like, Sly Mylorna thing. And then thinking, like, would there be anything else that I could gather information-wise in Targos? Because there was that other place that maybe had some information. But also, like, just needing some, like, personal time to also sort through, like, well, I don't really know Sly all that well, but I feel kind of, like, obligated to help. But I don't think I feel so obligated to help that I'm going to put myself or anyone else in danger. And then, like, trying to sort out, like, with myself what exactly I wanted to do with that. And, like, needing some space to do that. So climbing through a window probably wouldn't be what I would be doing, so I'm not that keen to get back with everyone else. Like, yeah.
Would you have come back with Greykov early in the morning?
Well, for my thinking, like, I wouldn't have even known if I'd, like, would have stayed, depending on, like, how bad a shape you put me in.
Just all night studying.
Because we had some, like, out-of-game chats about, like, his characters. Like, we had some deep and meaningful about our characters after the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, like, with that meta-knowledge, I'm just like, oh, should I do the thing that I actually wanted to do that my character would do, or would I not? Because, like, otherwise that's going to fuck the rest of the party.
The choice is yours.
I don't
Am I back? I think I'm back.
You're back.
Yes, you're back.
I'm back. Happy days.
We did decide that when you were back on, we were going to be going to Targos, if that helps to sway you in any way. So we're going to Targos.
Why did you guys decide that you were going to Targos, though?
Because Beatrice had mentioned at some point that she wanted to go back to Targos. but then locked
It's
it
on the
up.
way.
Well-
that's metagaming. So I had said as like out of character that my motivation would be to go to Targos, and that's what I actually wanted to do last session rather than that.
Yeah. I think.
And then he
Targos was
went,
the nearest town anyway. So it
Yeah,
was
the
a,
next nearest, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a possible pass through to Bryn Shander, which again is a possible pass through to Care.
Cardinal.
Yeah. But it's absolutely.
Up to you.
If anyone needs anything in either of those two towns, we stop and pause.
well, yeah, for me, like exploring what I want to explore, I don't trust like the Slime Mylorna character, so I wouldn't let them know what I'm doing. And I also don't want them like potentially finding something that's powerful that might like be dangerous. So like I don't.
Do you want to do a sidebar of what you were doing the night before? And then,
Did you fake your sleep?
yeah, were you like,
I probably would have. Like, if I had
Yeah.
motivations and I was feeling like pretty shitty about it, I would have done like a drama queen with my -2 charisma or -1 charisma or whatever it is, and then like tried to go off and sort out some things and figure some shit out. Is
Okay,
probably
do you want to quickly take care of that then?
Sure.
Okay, as like a quick aside, everyone. The previous evening, after getting fed some carrot stew, Pura sets you up, and then she retires for the evening, leaving you alone on a stretcher on your own. What would you like to do?
I'm going to find a very shapely sack of potatoes. And I'm going to do the old bait and switch. I'm going to get some nice, maybe if there's like a wool blanket or something around, I'm going to like take that apart a little bit, make it look like my hair is a little bit disheveled. Set up this potato and hair to like be a fake me.
You have a large hat.
Oh, and the hat.
Alright, just the shits and giggles, make a deception check.
Ooh, -1.
I reckon given you've got a lot of time to do it, you could have, like,
Oh, that's 10.
Okay.
That's a solid.
I mean, she's not looking for anything to be deceptive, so we'll see how it pans out. She's also pretty much asleep.
Like, what is it? Ferris Bueller's Day Off with the mannequin in the bed.
Okay, so you've set up this stage, Sleeping Beatrice. What would you like to do?
I am going to check on the weather outside. How's that look?
There's a very bright full moon that's obscured only by the nightly aurora.
Are you doing this with Grakov?
No.
now we're at the pub, I imagine. This is while we're...
Okay. Not middle of the night.
Now you were knocking back fishkies.
Is there any kind of like sled equipment or anything like that?
Not in Pura's house. There would you find that kind of equipment out having explored, most likely.
Yeah, okay, well I'll go outside and then, see.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Where are you trying to get to Targos now?
Yeah, I'm not really going to find anything, am
Not
I?
with that roll.
You're just like constantly interrupted by people coming in and out of the 5 different taverns in the center of town, and you never get really quite enough of a chance to go exploring quietly on your own to find and take what you
where
want.
Impa then? Have you guys spoken to her?
She is AWOL with the kids.
She's in Bryn Shander with the kids.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna go search around her house then.
Impa's house?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking for anything?
I'm pretty sure we didn't lock it after Grakov picked the lock. I'm pretty sure we didn't relock it.
Okay, you find Imper's house. I mean, know where it is anyway. And quietly, yeah, the door remains unlocked, latched, but unlocked. You're going in. What are you looking for?
So I want to see if I can uncover any prior information of connections between like Imper and the Harpers and like Sly's involvement, because I reckon the Harpers are probably not a very big organization, and Sly came to be of that organization. And did they actually know each other?
Okay. Make an investigation check.
For fuck's sake, 2 ones in a row?
Nothing. You rifle through papers and books and things all over the place, but nothing exactly what you're looking for comes up.
Cool. Great. Wonderful. Marvelous. I don't really know what to do then. So I didn't find the equipment to go anywhere. I will. Oh yeah, I'm going to find a nice, comfy corner somewhere that appears safe. Thanks, Pigeon Boy. Maybe I'll go tuck myself into Imper's bed.
Okay. Sure. You...
Not like Imper and I miss her. I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages, and I'm going to open my Codex Macabre and do some bedtime reading.
Excellent.
What does my book say, Jeremy?
Okay, as you settle into a nice feather duvet inside Imper's bed, you can feel the indentation where the other body that was Bosphoramos once lay. And as you look out the window on this very bright moonlit evening, you see a lone gravestone in the backyard. Investigating your book, holy shit, where is it? I had stuff! Aha, here we go. Looking through the book, and now that you can understand this a bit more, you see sketches of what almost looks like a box covered in puzzles and keyholes and different intricate sliders and switches and things. This Rubik's Cube sized box. There's lots of different markings and notes around the outside, what possibly this could do, questionable details about the mechanics of the box and how it works. You see what you believe to be are ideas noted around the pages on ways to use this box to open a rift between the material plane and the Nine Hells. As you continue to read through, you see different incantations and rituals, and the words and images on the page begin to soak into your mind, and you can hear almost like a voice echoing in your mind. You do end up finding two things. Let's see what you find first. Can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh my god. It's gonna be like Snake Eyes, isn't it?
Another one?
No. This one. 22.
22. You see a very well documented spell that you can absolutely understand. This clairvoyance spell. And as you read and understand what this spell does and how the mechanics of it could work, I'll get you to also roll me a Another D100, please. The voices in your head that you notice doesn't sound like your own is the one that's kind of describing to you how this spell should work.
44.
44. And it almost feels like you've this overwhelming feeling of sadness. It doesn't quite surface, but you can feel it welling within you as this voice continues to iterate over and over again this spell, and the connections to the importance of this particular box.
Is this box anything like that puzzle box we saw on that ship?
It looks very much like it could be the same kind of puzzle box. This is in more detail than you've seen before. It looks like this book, once you understand how to read it, is almost full of details about this box.
Does it give any clues as to where it might be located?
That is the question which remains unsolved.
Does it say anything about who might have been the last owner of this box?
Also unanswered. What you do manage to, I guess, distill from all this is that the consensus is that it is somewhere in this region, somewhere in or around the 10 towns.
Okay, I'll pass on now.
Can you do me a favour? Because that particular effect was pretty shit in this particular environment. You want to roll me another D100?
Sure.
Just because I felt like a distant non-event.
31.
You were stuck to the hells.
So as you're reading this book, you see, as you're holding the book, that your fingernails begin to grow into long, sharpened claws. And you constantly have this feeling, you start to have this feeling like you need to just claw your eyes out. And this is a feeling that begins to just be part of who you are.
I see.
Dangerous book. Dangerous book.
I might close the book now.
Okay, do you stay put, or are you heading over to Tolbin's house, or going back to Purra's, or just chilling out with a nice fluffy Duna in Impa's bed?
I feel like this kind of feels like the safest place right now. No one knows where I am, which is good.
Okay, in that case, we come back to Tolbin's house. Greykov, you return alone, having not been able to locate where Beatrice was.
What about my potato sack?
Well, yeah. So I speak with Mylorna, and then I leave, and then I'll head back to what she is, and then I guess I'm gonna have to roll some kind of insight into or something into the trick that.
Well, give me a perception check.
My absolutely fabulous, foolproof ruse.
That's a perception check. You're...
Beatrice, you've turned yourself into a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
How do I restore you?
You're able to discern that that is not the Beatrice shape of her that you remember. I mean, why don't you wear a hat to bed?
But it's wearing a hat.
Her ass is
100%.
It's like, there are no ducks on the bed.
She flutters herself. Like, yeah, pull back the thing and be like, kind of jumping to conclusions, thinking about the letter, being like, idiot. And then, like, thinking, that they wouldn't have just left a thing like this, they would have been bothered.
You know that on purpose.
Yeah, I'll look around. It's probably going to be a little bit. Yeah, I'll try and find her.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'll. What should I roll to see if I find her?
give me an investigation check, because you are looking around for a very specific thing around all the different places.
Yeah. I'll probably look for, like, if I can't find her in the building, looking through, like, for tracks leaving the building. It's 18.
Yeah, you do manage to find a few tracks, a few boot prints walking out of the front door that you entered into, or wherever you entered. Following those, you sort of make your way around the town a little bit, almost like it's crossing over trying to lose someone on a trail, before you do find yourself at the front door of the house whose lock you picked just the night earlier.
Yeah, I'll open it up and look around.
Walking in, you see the whole place is almost, well, it's been turned over a little bit. Carefully turned over, not like it's been robbed. And as you walk around and investigate further, you do see a very asleep Beatrice or a tranced Beatrice.
It's be pretty late.
I don't sleep, I trance. Because I'm an elf.
That means you would be alert when he enters the room.
I guess, unless you're being particularly stealthy, which you're so good at.
Oh, good. You walk in, and Beatrice, you recognize, like you see someone enter before you recognize who it is.
Fireball.
Well, yeah.
What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing?
Because I'm trying to walk in. I don't know. Maybe like a dude.
No, your cantrips are up there. Your cantrips are up there.
So I did take Mage Hand. Probably like first instinct to be like threatening, cast that and like send the Mage Hand for the throat, just to like hold it there and like a little bit of a squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel grip. Move no further.
Okay, the mage hand flies out, grabs Greykov round the neck.
It's me.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? This is a strange place. It looks comfy though.
I got left in some strange nag's abode in a very uncomfortable cot, all alone, and I thought that I'd go somewhere where I could find comfort. Why are you here?
I have to tell you about a letter that came into our possession.
But you can't read.
No, the Tobin read it out for me. Geez. Basically, you know, my past haunts me and that kind of thing.
You say that like it's such a trivial thing. I've met some of the people from...
I can be redeemed, but I need to hand over the girl. Who is you? Well, because it is from the Vindicators, and they are after you as well.
But why would... Hold on. This does not make sense. In a way, yes, I suppose, but... Why would you redeem yourself by handing over me?
Well, I wouldn't really accept that it's truth. I think they're just trying to get to you and seeing if I will take the bait. But
can you show me the letter?
I'm not. Do I have it?
I'm not sure.
I guess it was addressed to me. It would have been
makes sense.
But yeah.
Can I see it?
Yes.
That's a very sophisticated letter system you've got there. There's a brightening screen and everything.
It's the Raven mail. It's very advanced these days.
It's got that new,
for the punters at home, we'll just reread that letter. Read it aloud, Beatrice, for us.
Greykov of the Road Race, your past haunts you, unending. The others are already dead. Your debt must be paid. You still have a chance to redeem yourself. The girl, deliver her to us. Else, some debts can only be paid in blood. Why do they? Do you care for me? Why? Why would they want me? What kind of sacrifice am I to you?
Well, I think they would just... Well, they know it is a price to pay. I think they know that we've been traveling together. They are after you as well.
I'm going to call an insight check.
Are they?
No.
I can't imagine they know more than you do. Well,
That's an 18.
I'll basically play it down, and that'll be a deception.
That's our sun cry.
Yeah.
Just gonna...
Oh no.
Might as well have to go. Can we switch cameras to a different interaction? Beatrice, seeing through Greykov's bullshit, eyes him.
He stares there, stunned for a moment, as we pivot back to Tolman's house, where everyone is still sound asleep, except for this Chewinga, who's just decided in the middle of the night to get off Jorgen's back, tropes over to the sound asleep doggo you guys now have, sits on his head and just grabs his ears and starts like bouncing up and down for a while.
Sly would be like, after Mylorna hopefully is gone, would stay awake and begin working on something that she's been mulling over in her brain to help for a little bit. She gets some cloth. She gets some cloth. She gets out like an inkwell, draws some eyes, finds some random fur around the house, and begins to put something together to try to help.
I would also suggest getting like a pick, an ice pick, so that if we need to, we just tap it in. Deal with our Mylorna problem that way.
She thinks about it as she's working. She's just thinking like the same thought over and over again. It's like, not again. You're not taking. You're not taking over. You're not controlling me. I'm in control of myself. Tamora got me out. She's going to help me through this. She just like thinks in her head continuously.
You hear a voice come back to you in your mind while you're saying all this, and an answer comes back. We did this together, Sly. This was not my doing alone. We are one, you and I. We cannot change that now.
No, whatever we had, it stayed in the hells. I'm my own person now. I'm free of you. And that's the way it should be. You in the hells and me back where I belong.
You've let me in, Sly. That door cannot be closed again.
I never let you in. You branded me. You made me. You controlled me, coerced me.
Because you're weak, Sly. Don't forget that.
I'm not. Anyone who controls another through threats of violence and needs a brain to have others do what they say, they're weak. I know who I am, and I am not you, Mylorna. You can fuck right off back to the Nine Hells, where you belong.
There's no reply. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm prepared, if need be, to ensure that you don't hurt my friends or anyone up here, whatever it takes.
There is a very long pause, and you feel like that cold shiver that people get just run through your body before a whisper comes back. It'll be the last thing you would do.
I know. And I continue working on what I'm working on, I look over at the Chewinga playing with the dog's ears, and despite what she's feeling, let her have a bit of a laugh. It's just like, and I'll go over and sit next to the doggo and give it a pat and tickle the Chewinga's chin, and then continue working on my thing.
Shall we say, for the sake of brevity here, that Barekov and Beatrice come back in the morning? A little later. Whenever they return.
Yep.
Happy days.
Yep.
Walk of shame.
Zane walks in like a subtle walk. Okay. So, fast forward back to where before. The dog's licking Tolman's face. The Chewinga pops out of Jorgen's fur. Grakov, nowhere to be seen. Zane, still not returned. The party's fractured.
Morning, guys.
What
Jorgen?
did you do with everyone?
I didn't do anything.
Nothing like you could not sleep in your own bed, I tell you that much. I trust you all slept fantastic?
Yeah, a little bit. I was up a bit working on something to try and help with this Mylorna situation.
Oh, sounds promising. Let me get the hearth going and hear all about it.
How'd you sleep, Jorgen?
Quite peacefully, apart from that stupid chimichanga crawling up and down the bed. And where is the little rat bag?
He pops out of your off your shoulder.
I hear he's good luck.
Well, it needs to learn to sleep and stay asleep
He's alright.
and not rustle around. It tickles. But other than that, I had a relatively good night. I say, I made you something too, Sly.
Oh yeah?
Sewing needle. Like a knitting needle.
What's that for?
In case we need to deal with your Mylorna problem.
No. I worked on something. I've got something. It'll work. Just, give me a second. Hang on. Oh, Sly grabs her stomach.
This can be backup.
Sly grabs her stomach.
If your thing doesn't go well or work at all, and you know, if we need to leave you in a state that, you know, not dead and still yourself, but
no, I'll be fine. Oh, just give me the power. It's too much. It's hiya, fellas.
You goose.
the fuck is that?
How you doing?
It's Unicorns.
I'm Mylorna. Forgive me if I speak funny. I'm a little horse.
You're broken.
This is your solution?
I mean,
I'm not sure what this is, but
she pops back up. I thought that if I feel it, I can bring out the puppet, and then the puppet can be Mylorna. I don't know. I was thinking, spitballing ideas in my brain. I thought this might help. You keep saying I'm not a very good cleric, but I think everything's gonna be fine. We should all be friends still, and we should definitely not try to kill Sly.
I think we should use the knitting needle. I think it's gone past the...
look, I'm hardly one for violence, but you know, when something's already this cracked.
You hold her. I'll go get a hammer. Can we use Zane's warhammer?
Zane's
just play whack-a-mole. Tap it in.
Sly puts the puppet away. I'm sorry. It was a bit got a bit tense last night. I was hoping that might help a little bit. Break the brevity.
I mean, definitely helped us understand where your mindset is at the moment.
Listen, I'm here to help you guys. That's what it's. You know, you guys are my friends now, and I'm still me, and I don't like. I want you to know that I'm not just Mylorna. I'm me, and I'm here to help.
Tolbin just wanders over and kind of just gets close to Sly's ear and just, look, I know this isn't easy for you, and the others all have their own thoughts on things, but look, you've got a friend in me, all right? And I know you've got a friend in you, but you've got a friend in me. And
Tolbin just feels
we'll
like
work this out, all right?
Tolbin feels a little tickle against his ear. Well, thanks, buddy.
Put that thing away. Please put that thing away.
It seems
I don't know
you've
how
got
it
a
got back
friend
on
in
there.
it too.
You're scaring the druids.
All right.
Oh,
But Sly, we should see if we can come up with maybe not a permanent workaround. That might be a bit much, but something that can help you keep Mylorna contained or suppressed, or
yeah.
put her back in a box.
Yeah. No, she doesn't lie. That's the thing about her. That's how she hooks people. She doesn't lie. She coerces and gaslights until you think what she wants is your decision. She's more dangerous than you know. And 100% never make a deal with her. Because you might think that you have the upper hand, but you don't.
And saying that she's more dangerous than we know is exactly why the problem needs to be dealt with.
Maybe when we get to Bryn Shander, we might be able to get some advice from a more learned cleric. Not to say that I'm not a great cleric, but I'm not there just yet.
Good to know your limits.
So
Apprentice cleric.
you have this conversation over a spot of breakfast, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some carrots on toast, no doubt.
No. Dolphin's got access to the full garden. He, he's been taking care of that thing. It is well sorted. There's heating pipes underneath to make sure it gets the heat that it needs, and it's a full-on garden. It basically looks like a plate of like mown grass, but it's all herbs and little bits and pieces thrown in, and like 32 different types of lettuce.
Kale.
Yeah. I mean, there's no kale. We're not savages. Right? But it is like a gourmet breakfast, not a carrot in sight.
Fantastic. Okay.
I feel like this is going to help me keep very regular for the next couple of days.
Yeah. Look, if there's a bit of wind in your pants, don't be afraid. It's just part of good guts.
You got a litter box around here?
Like the world is your litter box.
Wait, did anyone see Greykov last night after we went to bed?
I was passed
I
out.
was asleep.
Do we?
Oh shit.
I'll check. Can I just check my front door for any signs of like broken in or anything? Like just make sure nobody's busted in during the night and stolen him.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take much to look around and realise there's no sign of forced entry.
Does his bed look slept in at all?
Hasn't looked touched.
Is there any sacked potatoes in it or anything?
There's no potatoes. Either didn't take the time and effort to make that disguise.
Just slipped out.
Would Sly remember anything from the previous night after she went to sleep?
Well, I think Sly would remember seeing Greykov leave through the window, actually, yeah.
I think I saw him leave. I wasn't sure if it was a dream. I was pretty drunk. That fish will really knock the socks off you. But where would he go? I don't remember anything after that. Where would he go?
You might be checking on Beatrice.
Would I know anything that Greykov has on him? Hat.
Oh yeah,
necklace.
absolutely. Like loads of stuff.
I cast locate object and just see if he's in 1,000 feet of me.
Ping, straight away it comes up, and you could recognize that area as being somewhere near Imper's house.
He's not far. I think he's I assume he's gone looking for clues or something. I'm getting pings. He's near Imper's house. Do we want to go find them? Do we want to? I can just keep a tab on them for a while. So I don't know what he's doing there, but I know where he is.
So just as an aside, we might be 15, 20 minutes or so. Our son had got sand in his eye at daycare, and it was rubbed it and irritated it, and he's now very upset about it because he can't escape his eyeball. So we will return.
No worries. We'll move you guys along.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, what happened last night, Tolbin, when we were at the pub? Because I remember we were at the pub. I was having a couple of drinks. I got the hiccups, and then it's a blank spot. And then I was peeing in an alleyway, and then we got in your house.
I mean, what didn't happen at the pub last night? It was pretty awesome, to be honest. Smashing drinks.
Did we have a whiskey drink and a cider drink? Did we have a lager drink?
Yeah, and to be honest, you got knocked down a few times. But
I got back up then.
To your credit, you got back up. Did a funny little dance like a baby, though.
And then you pissed the night away.
Yeah.
Or in an alleyway.
I'm not really a drinker, but I don't mind it, actually. That was first time I've had a proper drink that didn't, burn your insides.
Well, speaking of your insides, we poked your friend, and she came out.
She's not my friend.
Your compatriot. Yeah, she tried to. No, we don't know that she tried to make a deal, did we?
No.
Tolbin knew something was going on, but
yeah, we don't know the specifics. But we do know that she came out to play. And, it wasn't great company, to be honest.
To be fair, she didn't just pop out for the heck of it. I think you used the word baiting her, trying to trigger her, I guess.
Yeah, just trying to work out what buttons.
Well, I gotta say,
are pushable.
Yeah, I gotta say, this seems to be the longest that I've gone without any issues. So maybe it's working. Maybe my little friend here is working. She hasn't come back out.
Just for a split second, it looks like you see one of that puppet's eyes just flick over and look at you, then flick back and be stationary again.
Look at who? Sorry, Dan or
look at Sly.
Yeah. Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I think our little friend here is going to be useful.
Tolbin picks up his little favorite bowl that he's got next to him. He goes, "This bowl is my bowl that keeps tigers away, right? You might have noticed you haven't seen any tigers since you've been here, because
that's right? Amazing, Tolbin.
Yeah, really, you can buy it off me if you want. Yeah.
I don't have any money, Tolbin. We're broke as shit. We went to a dragon horde and came back with nothing, Tolbin. Nothing.
You're broke. Some of us, though. Let me be clear that I don't think the unicorn is the savior you might think it is. Right.
Maybe it's like a compartmentalizing sort of thing of things, so that she's locked away. At least for the moment.
I see no evidence of that. She was out last night. She was being a drama.
I think we're good.
I don't know how well you think.
I look at the puppet directly in the eyes and go, "Are we good?"
No response.
Is Mylorna in the room now?
No response.
The puppet doesn't have shoulders, so he can't shrug.
Because let's keep the crazy bitch contained, tucked away.
Boop! And boops the cat's nose. Gotta boop the snoot.
No reaction.
No reaction. Nothing.
Maybe she's hungover.
Like, you know I'm on your side, right? Like, you know I'm right here.
Yeah.
But
I know.
just want to be very clear. I don't want you putting any false hope in some. Like, it's a gorgeous looking puppet, but I don't want you getting false hope about success or. You know,
you made that last
night.
night.
We need to think about what the next steps are seriously.
I made it over the last couple of days, but I found the finishing touches here. But I know it's not it's a stopgap at the moment. But any
it's stopping shit. Why?
Any finger in a dike, though. I mean, it stops me taking on water. A hole. Sorry. It stops me taking on water. That is Mylorna. I mean.
There's a lot of things you've just said. You should run for the presidency.
I mean,
that's a good word salad. You could be the president of the United States of 10 towns.
No, that seems like too much work, and like I'd have to consistently either lie about everything, or be an actual decent person.
They also have a habit of dying.
Or being shot at.
I hate to break it to you, Jurgen, but we all die.
These ones unexpectedly. Or disappeared.
Any good adventurer dies unexpectedly. Only bad ones get old.
Well, no, the good ones get old because they don't die. They survive and they can continue doing adventures and stuff. Or what they do is instead of dying, they form a band and they go from town to town performing.
Well, that is
Except
how
for the person.
started.
You know Metallicky?
Oh, of course. I'm an old school Metallicky fan.
Oh my god. I didn't know they
as much as I'd love to sit here and talk about how Laws, the drummer, is probably not the best in the band, why don't we think about our next steps here? Jurgen, have you got anything you wanted to do about this Mylorna issue, or are we going to make haste and start making a move for the day?
If we think Targos is not big enough to have a decent cleric, a resident, or something,
I think we need to go and find out.
Oh, and Beatrice.
Well, would you know, Tolman?
Well, I know that there's a cleric there. Whether or not they can, lock an internal demon of some sort, that's up to them to work out, I guess.
But no,
there is one there. We should go and have a chat.
There might be a cleric referral service where you have to go see your general cleric and then go and write you a letter.
Oh, and they all want a gold out of you. I tell you what.
Yeah, I know.
It used to be a copper, then a silver. Now they want a gold just to get a script for the bloody shaman. It's ridiculous.
You see, in El Terrell, where I grew up, they had universal health care for everyone in the town. It was
get out of here, Tommy. Kidding. It sounds fantastic.
It was good. I remember my younger brother. He broke his arm, and then all we had to pay was a little fee, but that came out of a yearly earnings, and that was there was nothing wrong with that. It was.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest.
Well, let's ask the local cleric for their guidance on what we should do.
I see what you did there, because that's a spell.
That's a thing you can do.
Hey.
Look,
should we go do that?
Let's head there and find out.
Great Carve and Beatrice might have business here.
Yeah, well,
you can message them, can't you, Sly? Tell them
what
we're
I can.
doing.
I can. Yeah. I will send a message. they're close by, so I don't need to send a message.
Well, I mean, just send them a message. They're at basically Impa's house. Let them know where we're going. They could easily catch up to us very quickly.
And you might want to tell Zane that he can spend the rest of the day doing whatever it is that he's doing.
Or whomever
it is that he's doing.
I'm afraid to whatever response I may get from Zane. I don't want to know exactly what he's doing. All right, I will set myself down and I will pull out a short piece of fine copper wire and I will speak into it. I will target Greykov because I don't know if Beatrice is still passed out from all of her book learning, and just say, "It's me, Sly. I think we know where you are. Going to Targos. You in. Meet outside town. Also, I found this, and then it cuts off."
Is that a replyable message?
It is, yes.
That's right.
I assume your message actually starts with, "It's me, Sly.
Yeah.
I'm the problem, it's me."
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Sly's a big Swifty.
I expect as much.
You get a reply. "Oh, it's okay. We'll. I found Beatrice. We'll catch up."
Uncanny.
That was really
Like
good.
Greykov was in the room with us.
It's a cool spell too. I sent a message. I like it.
Is that how he responds?
Okay. Yes.
No, you go.
As you all kind of gather your things together, pack up Dog. Do you take Dog with you or leave him here?
I tell Dog what we're doing and let him know he can come with us if he wants.
Okay.
It's gotta be dangerous, but you can stay here. Just don't eat the chickens.
Just looks
Chickens are
quizzically.
pets. They're friends. They're not
Could have
food.
had 2 dogs. Just saying.
You all get up and make your way out of Bremen, across the Shangan River, and onwards towards Targos. And we'll pick up there after a quick break.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Back in a few minutes, folks.
How's that feel like? minutes ago.
Okay, picking back up as the group have arrived at Targos, having picked up Beatrice and Greykov just prior to leaving Bremen. You arrive at the gates of Targos, this semi-walled town that you know all too well. And entering in there is not a lot of hustle and bustle, but there are some people walking around starting to go about their day, looking around to see a lot of construction or a lot of clearing of debris going on from where a few places have burnt down in recent weeks.
There's no like wanted punishment or anything, right?
Hey,
not
Sly's in the clear. She wasn't part of the party.
You can make a perception check if you like, Jorgen.
Starry slow. That's a 7.
Nothing jumps out at you.
This is fine. We're welcome here.
Would Beatrice have been avoiding Sly for the entire trip?
I have very conflicted feelings, so until we sort of decide what it is that we're going to do with you, probably.
Okay.
Walking onwards through Targos, you see familiar streets. You see the street that was off to your left, which had that burnt out house. You see another street further on as you continue walking, which led down to Russell's Tavern, and another street where a lot of the rubble exists right now, which is the street you fled from, having been here previously.
Just side note, would it be worth collecting some of that really highly flammable powder? Is that the kind of thing that is just
red dust?
Yeah. Don't breathe it in, don't touch it, put it in a jar.
It was very effective, and I think we're going to come across many enemies that require a firm head to deal with.
So you want to go get some red shit?
We probably need to get some jars before we go scraping red shit.
I'd imagine you guys have a few vials on you. Mm-hmm.
DM, can you disable subscriber only chat, please?
Getting complaints?
Yep.
Yeah, I can.
But
There we go.
that doesn't have to be the main focus. It's just a side note that we should do that before we leave.
Wait, so what happened when you guys were... when you were here last... I've never been in Targos before. Is there anything particular to see, or...?
I mean, like, there's all of the buildings that I burnt down. There's the mayor that ousted. I
mean, buildings could burn down at any time. No one's indicating anything happened.
That building burnt down, not of its own accord, but it's then covered in this really highly explosive red powder. Worth grabbing some on the way out, but it's also haunted or creepy as shit.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you have a cleric with you this time.
Absolutely.
I think I wanted to take another look around that building anyway. It might be nice to have some place to do so.
Heading onward towards what you now know to be called Sigrid Snowshadow's house. You see that same kind of ashen black place, and there's no footprints anywhere near it. But as you do step forwards into the premises...
Well, Sly, what vibe does this place give off?
Burnt. Hang on. Let me, hang on, let me,
Put on your cleric pants.
It's unicorns.
Hi, Greykov! Wow, looks like you guys had a wild party here last time. Really, brought the place down.
Zane touched the door and ran off screaming uncontrollably.
Little bitch.
Well, if you want some space to deal with this, I need to go to the shop and buy more arrows. So.
Well, What? So Sly puts the puppet away. Hang on a second. Let me just rub my hands together, and I will cast Turn Undead, just in case, to get rid of the vibe. If there is anything that is undead in that house, just to clear it out so that the party is safe if they want to investigate the house.
It's just like I've been in here already before, and I just wanted to have a bit of a look around. I know where the stuff is. Like I'm happy to go and get it. I just
Can you put
something the back of my noodle.
Can you put Turn Undead in the chat?
Company. I'm trying to remember if this is a place that will make mincemeat of someone if they go in by themselves.
Turn Undead is in the chat, DM.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, no one should be left alone with Sly.
I'm fine. I've got the.
With Sly or with Dan?
Okay, cool.
Both.
Your Turn Undead, you cast it, you don't feel like there was anything that was impacted by that.
There's a curse on the, like, there's still that aura.
Yeah, there's still very much that vibe coming from the house, and it depends if you guys want to go in or not.
Do you guys have detect vibe?
Can I walk up? I know that there's no more door in the door frame, but can I put my hand on the door frame and cast Remove Curse?
Nice.
Yes, you can.
Is that a new toy?
Yes, it's a level 3 spell.
I didn't know that. Okay. I thought it was level 5 for some reason. I have an idea for later.
Remove Curse. What does Remove Curse do? Give me the
It's in the chat!
No, where are the headings in the chat?
Nothing's in the chat. Okay. It removes all curses forever. No more curses in the entire game.
Within a mile radius.
They've solved the problem. Everything's done.
Mylorna disappears.
What do you touch? I can touch all curses affecting one creature or object and... Okay, great.
Well, technically the house is one whole object.
Technicality. Okay, cool. The as you perform your Remove Curse, there are certain aspects of the house which seem to diminish. You're unsure as to how extensive or how impactful that spell has been, to what extent, but it has had some effect.
I see. Well, I'm going in.
Do you want to do your thing first before we attempt any red powder retrieval? Because I figured that could go. It can go south on us.
Yeah. I don't want the house to burn down. I want to go back around to sort of like where I'd found the book last time. In that house, and sort of see if there's any other kind of like journals or notes. I know it was like really, really badly burnt and everything. But just like something more, because it's been the only place that we've found any kind of occult information.
Okay.
And like there's like a web of connections, and there's just threads that are just out of my grasp, and it's the only thing I can think of.
Alright, you make your way into this room to the left. I think that was where the book was found, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go with that. Give me an investigation check.
If you are willing, Sly will go with you and offer guidance.
No, I'm good. Thanks. Sorry. Not with what I've read in that book. Absolutely not. I want you to have nothing to do with it.
Sly just stands there, hands in pocket.
I'm just concerned. Like, I know it's not Sly's fault, but also, like, I don't want to give Mylorna any more power over the situation or any gains and anything that you, as Sly might know, Mylorna might know, and Beatrice is not really willing to take that risk. That's a 19!
19. Let's... What's there? You see, without looking around, underneath some more rubble, not so much a book or a journal, but a fairly well-preserved painting. And the painting looks remarkably familiar. It looks like a humanoid cat. It looks like one that's large and fluffy, and one that you would recognize. Looks like Jorgen.
No.
What now?
I'm going to pick it up. Is there anything on the back of the frame? Is there
No.
an inscription or a note or an
Nothing.
author's signature? Or
Is it
Nothing.
like a Hogwarts moving one?
is it? It's just a regular Jorgen, not a moving Jorgen.
It's a regular Jorgen.
Regular Jorgen. Okay, well, I'm going to
That's
take my regular Jorgen. I'm going to take him out the front, and I'm going to be like, "It's not what I expected to find. This
Is
is
it
quite a likeness, think you not?"
Is it dashing?
I'll hold it up and I'll just show you.
The moment you show Jorgen, like, it begins to mirror him exactly.
That's creepy.
That's freaky.
Fucking hate that.
It's like Jorgen's like, and then the portrait's like,
Let's
So it's a
party.
Huh?
Did you say
why
something?
are you here,
Portrait.
Jorgen? Why is your likeness in this abode?
I don't know, and I don't like it. I have no idea why someone would paint a picture of me.
Make a perception check, Jorgen. And Beatrice. You can help or roll independently.
What's your perception like? Gosh.
It's not a shit roll.
Mine was not good. Mine was a 12.
Mine
As
was 18.
so, Jorgen, as Beatrice is holding up and then starts like put it back down, you catch a glance of this portrait where you just see your image run out of the frame. And behind this image, you can just see off in this distance a small tabaxi. Back to you, sitting down cross-legged.
Run that past me one more time. As the painting's been put down, the portrait runs off.
The you in the portrait runs off,
Exit stage left.
exit
Yeah.
stage left, and a small, like, in the distance picture is that of a small young tabaxi sitting down cross-legged,
So basically hidden by the portrait.
hidden by the portrait.
Do I recognize that tabaxi as being the same one painted in the hag's cottage?
Make an intelligence check. Or a
Oh,
history check, your call.
Will Jorgen accept some guidance from Sly?
Do you know that I need it?
Yeah, it's just like every time someone looks like they're thinking, it's like just like guidance,
Yeah.
guidance, I'm so helpful, guidance.
Be like, what the fuck?
Or is the guidance just you see unicorns? Can I help?
Yeah. You
I
know,
don't
like you need
need
some
help.
help.
It would be 19 plus a d4.
Yeah,
It's just added 2.
the image you see jogs all these connections in that it looks the same as the painting you saw in that weird little hut. It looks the same, reminds you of the dream you had only a few nights before. You've seen this individual more and more.
Is it firing any connection other than just seeing the same thing over and over? Like, is it building a sense of why or what this might mean?
Make an insight check.
Hey, can I be of any assistance?
Can you? It's not gonna. It's an 11.
With a D4.
Again, it
With a
just
D4.
That's 7 plus 4.
it feels like there is some personal connection here. It's still foggy. You can't quite make that connection crystal clear, but it feels like there's something personal here.
DM, do any of the background images, besides the little kitty cat that proves that everywhere across the multiverse people are obsessed with cat pics, do I recognize any of the landscape?
In the picture?
Yes. In the background of the picture.
Or make it into a history check.
I shall do that. I will also just... History with a D4. Hey! 3 with a nat 1.
It's got a mystery.
Wait, no. So it's a 19 plus 3. It's 22.
Your rolls are still on private for some reason.
They're still on self-roll.
Self-roll means only you can see it. I can't see it.
Well then, let's go public roll, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, you see one of the mountains off in the distance. Like, even though it looks like a blurred picture, like just the shape of it, the angles of the peaks of the mountains, it looks like some place you've been before. It looks familiar. It kind of makes you feel like a name of a mountain you heard someone mention to you called Mount Solkara.
That's Mount Solkara.
Do I have any connection to Mount Solkara?
It does not ring any bells for you at all.
I also have no idea why my portrait is hiding in or is stored in a burnt out house of evil.
The Mount Solkara, was that on this plane, or was that...
No.
Was that in Avernus?
Yep.
That mountain there, and I point at the picture, that's in Avernus. That's in the Nine Hells.
Sorry, this is a picture of Jurgen when he visited the Nine Hells?
This is all very convoluted.
Hold on. I'm here.
Jurgen,
Nine hells and 9 lives, right? I'll see that numerical correlation.
I think you might be onto something, D.
Yes, I thought so.
Tabaxi have nothing to do with hell that I know of.
Hey, it's Jorgen's butt!
Although all cats are tiny demons.
I mean, well, demons are different than devils, but anyway, yeah. But Jorgen, you've been to the Hells?
Nope. None of this is making any sense to me. I don't know.
Do you have any family?
I mean, we have a tribe. I have parents.
Do you have any children?
Sly, make a wisdom save.
Oh.
Does he get to roll with advantage now that he has a puppet?
No. Should be
The
disadvantage.
puppet does not show any wisdom.
The puppet does shit.
Jorgen!
Yes,
Puppet's
sorry.
funny.
Do you have any children?
No. Not that I know of.
I mean, is your tribe safe, Jorgen?
As far as I know, I have no.
When's the last time you
siblings.
spoke to them?
I have no. Several years.
Make a
since I
history
was,
check, Jorgen. Make a history check.
Evicted.
Yeah, is your tribe with my 26, my mental fortitude with the puppet has helped me. Is your tribe from around up here, or are they from somewhere else?
Jorgen, you try to remember your tribe, but it feels like everything up until a certain point in time when you found yourself wandering towards Bremen is just missing.
I can't remember.
Is then you had too many whiskeys, or you can't remember?
I remember the concept a tribe? The concept of family? I just can't remember detail.
Beatrice, has he had a whammy put on him? I don't have anything prepared that can help me to determine that.
A what? Did you say?
A whammy.
A what?
A whammy. You know when you can like coerce people. It's has he been charmed or anything like that to make him forget who he is? I don't have anything prepared for today.
Maybe he is like Jason Bjorn. And he is...
Yes. Very cool. Give me a perception check, please. Oh, actually, no. Who has high passive perception?
Yeah.
I do!
I have Dispel Magic, and I have Remove Curse.
Okay.
So...
Tolbin and Sly, you pick up the sound of scratching from a distant room, from another room in this house. Scratching and almost chittering. Not so much that of a cat, but like a low guttural growl followed by occasional screech as things potentially, making conflicting sounds.
Be careful here, because last time we were here we got eaten by a mimic.
Yeah, I side-eye Tolbin.
Hear that?
Yeah, I know. That...
You're going to come for a walk?
I mean, we're very squishy and we don't have our paladin with us, so fuck it, let's do it.
Speak for yourself. I'm far from squishy, buddy.
Yeah, I also can't turn into a dire wolf as we're walking in.
Just be careful of the chests with like teeth.
Well, yeah, I think isn't that a given as they walk in following Tolbin?
You walk into the next room and then you see off to your left just two like small white winged creatures just drop from the ceiling and dart at you, and you hear this as two things come flying towards you.
More imps.
Ice Memphis. Walking in Memphis.
The Elvises.
The blue suede shoes.
Whoa, go.
Roll some initiative.
Let's do it.
Is it just
there
you
a
two?
way to get grayscale off the map, DM?
Light a torch. This is all night.
I have dark vision.
Dark vision means you can see in black and white.
We at nighttime.
Everything's nighttime. Everything is always nighttime.
I don't know where am I? Am I over here? Where's Tolbin? Where am I? I don't know what room I'm meant to be in, DM.
Yeah, that one. Sorry, I meant to drag you there before.
That one. Oh yeah.
So have they wandered off far from the group?
No, that's
they're about 15 feet, so if you would have gone in with Beatrice and that, Jorgen, you would be over here, unless you're at the front.
No.
Skulls.
Yeah.
Beatrice discovered the painting.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
As these things come down, I will just yell out, "No fire!" After hearing everyone say, "No, be careful, this stuff is very explosive."
Oh.
And I don't feel like being burnt tonight.
Okay, Tolbin, you're up first. As two of these creatures start to drop from the ceiling and start to fly off in your direction.
Is my initial thought that they are attacking? Is that my initial kind of? I know we're in.
Yes, it looks like they're flying down a street.
Cool. Then I will. As soon as I see them attacking, I'm just gonna leap and midair turn into a direwolf.
Mm-hmm.
My wild shapes, and then I will bite the nearest one. So are they in the next room? Is that them in the next room?
Yes, that's right. You can see them coming in from this room up to the north.
I will go direwolf, run into this room, and just jump and leap at the bite the first one that I see.
Okay. That'll be this one here, or whatever one you want to hit. Just give us an attack.
What?
It's a terrible song for this combat.
It's very quiet.
That is a
Some silver for monsters.
11 to hit.
11 hits. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? I'm going to do a solid 11 points of damage. Sorry, 7 points of damage. And it needs to make a DC 13 saving throw, otherwise it is going to be prone.
A DC what? 17?
13. It's in the chat, you can just hit the button.
Oh, there it is. My bad.
Oh.
Oh.
That doesn't look great. So that bad boy will fall to the ground with my jaw around its throat, and I just kind of bash it into the ground and stand above it and growl.
Excellent. Okay, which brings us to... Oh, anything else?
I just want to clarify with my positioning. I'm kind of blocking the doorway, but Sly could come past me if Sly wanted to. That makes sense.
Okay.
And you wolf transformed, didn't you?
I am a wolf, yes.
What did you get? Oh, you ninjas.
I want to know where all these vocalists came from. How are they in this house?
I don't know why the polymorph doesn't work. Did it work? Not polymorph. Yes, it
I'm
did.
a wolf.
Wild shape. Yep, that's the one. Okay. One of you see, now that you're in that room, Tolman, that you see another couple of icicles hanging from the ceiling, and you watch as one of them starts to like just transform. You can see these wings sort of pop out of it for its head tilts up at you. And it is going to attack you.
Certainly try.
It's going to move forward
Can't see shit.
to there. It's going to then use its frost breath.
Nice.
To hit you, and can you make a dex save, please?
Dex save. Certainly can. That is a 6 for an 8 total.
8. That ice hits you. It just kind of freezes all your fur on your coat for 5 points of damage. Or very, very cold damage.
In Tobin form, cold damage is not something I'm all that bothered by. Does that carry over to wolf form?
Probably not. Whatever your wolf form says.
Okay, I've got it as a it's a part of my backstory.
Yeah, I know.
The right type of move.
Question for anyone else on the DM committee here: would that carry over a cold resistance?
Some of the things that you have as a name to your character will carry over, so you've got particular stats that do. But I don't know is the answer.
You guys are much nicer DMs than I am, because technically he's a different form.
I would say.
Okay, cool.
But
And I will take 5 points of damage.
don't know.
Okay, alright. That's its turn. It is... Where are we? Greykov's up.
Cool. I will, hearing a bit of a kerfuffle, I will run through this way. Is this a hole in the wall just here in front of me? Can I squeeze through that?
You can, the whole thing is pretty much rubble and ruin.
And is that like a decent thing to hide behind? This, if I can ping it. Can I ping it?
I can see where your cursor is.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, it's
This,
it's
piece of
a
wood.
fairly good chunk of debris there. It's all lots of areas to hide in this place.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. So 5, 10, 25. I've got 10 more feet of movement to play with. I'm gonna hide with a stealthy.
I'm watching the DM frantically try to get like the music
Oh,
correct for this
I
battle.
did a break of stealth move. Anyway,
Did we roll a 1?
2.
A 2 for 12.
And I'm just gonna poke my head up from wherever I'm hiding behind, if I am, and see if I can hit the creature that is waiting the wings.
That one there?
The back. Yeah,
Yep.
the one in the back.
That one you can't recognize to be a creature. That one currently looks like it's just a icicle.
Alright, I'll hit the one that's here.
That's just rude.
I will longbow attack. Do I have advantage with my excellent 12?
Unfortunately not.
Aww. That is okay.
That is okay.
Damage. Ooh, it is 10 damage. Piercing damage, if that matters. And I will use my next 10 feet just to move further this way, with the intention of still being behind a bit of cover here.
Mm-hmm. I see it. I see it.
And that's a little bit my turn.
Okay, Beatrice, you're up.
Nice. Alright, so we think that there's some commotion going on. 25. I can see a corpse. Can I see him? I'm good now.
Is that a corpse?
Oh, is that the thing?
Injured. Oh,
Okay,
it's just
that's
injured.
the thing. Nice. Let's go. Alright. Do anything too. Let's not go too crazy. I'm just like, oh, I am viable now, everyone. But no, let's
Just imagine a wizard just being like,
oh, fucking hell. Alright, let's just go that. I'm gonna cast one witch bolt. Do it. That's probably not fucking gonna hit anything. That's a 9.
It doesn't hit. Oh no, it goes wide.
Dang it. No, well. Carry on.
Okay.
you get a bonus action spell? Or, sorry, cantrip?
Very much down of no.
Oops.
Yeah.
This last ice crystal hanging from the ceiling or hanging from the whatever kind of debris is still floating around starts to crack itself into a state where you can see its wings unfold. It comes down, launches, it darts straight towards the direction where it saw. Hang on, what's its movement?
None. It has to stay where it is. It can't move.
30. Straight towards this area here, flying over Tolbin, which Tolbin, you probably get an attack of opportunity if you were going to leap up and attack that thing.
Absolutely. I will bite that bad boy.
It bites and your microwave beeps.
Tuck. A 12 to hit, I think it is. Yeah, 12 to hit.
12 hits.
Alright, nice. So pop solid 10 points of damage on that bad boy, and it needs to make that strength saving throw.
Does it make that on just a attack of opportunity?
If I bite it,
You bite it. Alright, let's do it. That is a 15.
okay.
Cool.
gets
And
past
then,
the 113, so it's all good.
and then it stops mid-air after like it took a chunk out of its foot there for a second. It shakes you off, sees Sly and Beatrice, and it just takes a breath and just breathes out this icy cold air at you both. What's happened there?
Nothing, because it ran out of breath.
Such an asshat. The wrong one.
Need to make a dex save.
It'll need to make something. Yes, a dex save, please.
Ow.
And from
With my
Beatrice
7.
too, please. Okay, so you'll take 4 cold damage. 4 damage? 4 cold damage there, Sly.
Okie dokie. Ow. I will use my reaction! Actually, no, I won't use that because I don't want to blow us all up.
Sorry, I had to make a dex save.
Yep. I saw you make your concentration check for Witch Bolt.
Yeah, no, I can't use my reaction because it would all blow the fuck up.
Do not explode us.
And you'll take
Boom.
2 points of cold damage there, Beatrice. The first one that you try to attack, or no, the one that Greykov shot, still sees you there. No. Yeah, it's just going to have a go at you there, Tolbin, since you're right in front of it.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Okay, it just swoops in with these massive claws and tries to just grab at you.
It needs to
Bring it on, bad boy.
Come on, clicks, come on, rolls, here we go. For a 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Sweet. What happened? Oh, here we go. For 6 points of what damage? Piercing damage, I think.
Okay.
Slashing damage. Plus. Hang on. Sorry, 4 points slashing, 2 points cold damage, 6 points total.
Okay. It'll take me some 6 points of damage.
And it's just going to back up a little bit. Heading towards a crack in the window, a crack in the wall. Sly, you're up.
Okay, shake off the frost that's covering me. I'll look at Beatrice. I'll pull out a little piece of parchment and I'll start reciting some words.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast as my bonus action Shield of Faith on Beatrice. So she gets a +2 bonus to her AC for the next next 10 minutes. And I will take a step in front of her and I'll look up at the thing as the puppet raises up and it'll open its mouth as bells begin to toll around it, and as my action I will cast Toll the Dead on the creature.
You call me? Oh, Toll, gotcha.
Toll, not Toll Ben. Toll.
Alright.
So it needs to make a wisdom save, or take. It hasn't taken any damage, has it?
It has taken damage, yes.
Whoa. Okay, so it needs to make a wisdom save versus save DC of 15.
Well, it's not good. Not good at all. It's 6.
Fantastic. It takes 2d12 worth of damage.
Boo.
That's too many 12s.
No, that's 2 of them.
Oh yeah, right. 4 ended up on the screen for some reason. There's dice everywhere.
There is a lot of dice. Sorry, I was trying to figure out it wasn't going through. It takes damage, and I don't.
It doesn't matter. 11, 15, or 11. This thing just like. How does? What did you do? How does Toll the Dead kill this thing? You just tell me.
It just hears as the pop-ups up, the bells start to ring, and it just hears hell bells.
You see this ice method just sort of like hold itself still for a second, start to shake before it just shatters into little pieces of ice onto the floor.
I just look over my shoulder at Beatrice and give her a wink, and notice that she's not paying any attention to me.
All right. The creature that you pin down there, Tolman, or knock down, it spends half its movement trying to get back up.
Sweet.
Launches into the air again. And have I got any moves on this thing? It's gonna just fly into you with its claws again, trying to just... Oh, hang on a second.
Goblin lives to this.
Wait
He's just
a minute. Hold on.
growling at
No,
it.
what? No, wait.
Hold a second. When you killed that last one there, Sly,
No.
It should have exploded, I think.
it should have exploded. It bursts. It explodes in a burst of jagged ice. Can you please make
Wait.
a dex save?
What's the range? What's the range on that thing?
It's not
DMs
bad.
playing with their own rules.
It's 5 feet, but I'm pretty sure you're in the adjacent square, so you're
I am.
cooked. If you can
Okay,
make, if you can't make a DC 10 dex save.
We'll see. I have a -1 to my dex. Yeah, so that's a not natural 1.
Excellent. So you feel like these shards of ice kind of they don't just hit the ground, but they kind of like just fly out in these little pellets. You take 6 cold damage.
Wow.
And just
6 slashing.
as I hunch over the puppet. Nice to meet you.
Okay, moving on to that one where
That
Tolkien
DM
was.
burn. You can't make a 10. Wow.
Yeah.
It gets up. It tries to claw at you, Tolman.
Let's do it. Am I deck saving or are you hitting me?
I'm just going to hit you. Just to get to the right spots in the chats, and that's going to miss. Pretty sure 6 to attack.
6 is a miss. As it takes a swipe at me, I just pat it away with a massive direwolf.
Okay. And then it starts to fly away back towards the back of the room.
If it leaves my thing, do I get a...
You are adjacent to it, so yep.
If I've already made one attack of opportunity, do I get a second attack of opportunity?
No, that is your reaction. Sorry, not until next
I've already
round.
used that reaction, yes.
So, Jorgen, you're up.
I would like to... what have I done?
Press escape. I think.
I would like to draw lines on the map.
Yeah, no, I've managed to scroll completely off. I would like to run to where I placed the token. No, I collided with a wall. Cool.
That is accurate.
Ah, that's annoying. I don't see shit from where I am at.
Is that as far as you can get? You see dash.
Well, you get feline agility.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I feel like I see Tolban, so I'm assuming, and I've heard growling coming from there, so I will spend more feline agility to muscle past Tolban, and then I see the rest of them. And I would like to yeet a javelin.
Mm-hmm.
One of my few remaining javelins. I yell at the Greykov, I go, Greykov! Shopping episode after this! I would like to yeet a javelin.
Which one are you aiming at? Not that it really
The
matters.
one directly north
Yep.
from me.
Cool. Make an attack.
Oh. Womp. Womp. It's a natural one.
Yeah, you pull out your javelin and just throw it like. But as you kind of turn back to say that comment to Grey Cobb as you let go of it and just weren't looking, and it just goes clinking off the walls and lands behind the wall.
Cool.
Shoot him, Gavin.
Cool. With my right hand,
Oh yeah.
I will pull out a hand axe, and I will yeet that
Okay.
for an 11.
11 hits.
Woo! For 7 points of hand axe.
Oh, it like chops off half of this thing's wing and it like sits there and limps around trying to fly and keep itself upright.
I'm gonna want that back. That is my turn.
Okay, Tolbin, you're up.
Absolutely. I'm going to do something very different to normal. I've lost the screen.
Cast Fireball.
But I will be biting the nearest thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just waiting for my game to reload. Dicey. Come on. You can do it, Foundry.
You can do it.
There we go. Loading the house. Rings. I will just go after this one here in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be casting Levite.
Levite.
I forgot to rage.
So they
12 to hit.
12 hits.
Damage. That's not bad. It's 10 points of damage.
Nice. Come on, there we go. Yeah, you take a good chomp out of this thing and it kind of like flutters around for a second before getting itself back up to where it was hiding, where it was like hovering.
Nice. It needs to make that DC 13 saving strength throw. Otherwise, it takes a crash.
Oh, that's a 9. It's not very strong.
It as it comes back up, I just kind of grab it in the paws and slam it on the ground.
Nice.
It is leprone. French.
Four.
Poland.
Four.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I'll just position my token because I'm not in a great position. In case anyone else wants to attack it and have advantage.
Okay.
And I continue to growl loudly in case anyone's not aware that there's a fight going on.
This thing uses half of its movement to get back up. And I cannot get to that right now. For giving off this like hideous screech that feels like it's a low growl but also a high screech at the same time. And it will stay.
It
It
can
starts
attempt to leave.
It can attempt to leave.
Wants to.
You just see that growing from this thing, it just looks like this icy fog growing out from it. Till it starts eventually consumes or takes up. Template. this much space. This entire room is now shrouded in fog. As it has cast, if I can get into it. Is anyone else's foundry just being super slow?
Yep.
Yep.
I thought it was just my computer. I'm sorry, my pre-brick.
Like super slow. Open. I'm gonna move you for a second, Tolman.
We're trying to play D&D Foundry. Why are you moving me, Foundry? We just don't wanna be you.
Okay, and that spellcasting doesn't do shit. Ah.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's event. Booze.
It looks like a
Booze.
bottle for a second.
Booze.
Any booze company wants to sponsor us, I'm okay with that in particular. But until then, I was just all booze.
Is that more of the 20 port?
Okay.
Absolutely.
At this point now, that entire room is heavily obscured, and it will start to make its way, not Tolman's way, out towards this window and fly away.
Do I know if it leaves my...
You don't have your react. Oh no, you have your reaction
It's
back.
new, it's a new thing.
Yeah, but it would be a disadvantage if you can't see.
I think you're right. It's going to be a disadvantage attack.
Attack at disadvantage. Well, that's pretty hot either way. I got big paws. Big paws.
That hits.
At disadvantage for an 8.
Wait. You have big paws.
It hits.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. This is one of those ones where I like lash out with a bit of rage. 14 points of damage. Not happy about being blinded by this stuff.
Yeah, and as it tries to get up and take off, you swipe at it and it just goes flying, shatters into. No, you would have hit it when it's about here. You hit it and it just shatters. Can you make a dex save, please?
Does he yelp?
Does he yelp?
Oh, that's not bad. That's a 12 for my dex save.
That'll save. I can get this fucking thing to load.
Take a little bit of damage.
You will take a little bit of damage if I can open the ice method page. There we go. Half of that. So 3.
3.
As that guy is Cactus. And I imagine with that, his fog cloud starts to like dry up as well.
Nice.
That didn't last very long. Alright, who's up next? Greykov.
Excellent. Alright, so this is all obscured, is that correct?
Well, I think because he just got destroyed, that fog would have just slowly disappeared because it's a concentration spell.
Okay.
Yeah, fair call. It's hard to concentrate if your brain doesn't exist.
Well, with the amalgamation of hearing about the shopping trip, and arrows are kind of like expendable, but also, I don't know, being emboldened by Tolban's kind of conduct against a dragon, is pretty keen to get in there and defend his friends. He is going to pop up. Well, first he's going to hide and use his stealth to hide. How do I... Where is it? Ah, that's Beatrice. Great help. I will stealth. That is pretty good. 14 plus a lot.
Pretty hidden.
10. And I shall take a shot at the one that I can see. It's the only one that is behind Tolbin at the moment. Next to him. And I shall longbow. I am assuming with advantage.
Yeah, you're well hidden.
It is alright. It is a 20 to hit, which did. And then I will do sneak attack. Damage, it is not that great. Maths, that is 14. And then
there's no and then. That second that arrow just straight through this thing, and it just like gets pierced by the arrow, hits the back wall, and just shatters.
Excellent. I know there's more than just one in there. I will use my. Sorry.
Before you go into your next part of that thing,
yep.
I will get Tolbin to make another deck save, please.
Everything I'd hoped for. Deck saves. 8.
This one here also has to make a deck save, actually. Come on, open. Okay, great. Okay, so Tolbin, you take another 5 cold damage. And at the same time, this other ice method also starts to like have like a snowball effect and just shatters as well.
Awesome.
And I'll get you to make another deck save.
Maybe I'll be more dexterous on this one. Yeah, it's not too bad. 13.
And you'll take another 2 points of damage.
Alright. So basically, death by 1,000 paper cuts at this rate.
Pretty much.
Just stop killing things right next to me.
We're trying, Tolbin, but they're all right there. You're in the room with them.
Alright. And then, is that the end of the... if there's more of my turn, I guess I will move. Basically, do something that you don't really see Gregor do much, which is basically move from out of cover. And. What can I. Oh, mate, I think the game's paused. But I will move, sling my bow over my back, and then walk through to the into the room where Tolbin and Jorgen are, holding my short sword.
Oh, why is it paused? Sorry, the game should not be paused. There you go.
With like dry ice, kind of like and strobe effects and stuff, like kind
What do you plan to do with that thing?
Well, there's not much. Well, nothing to do now at the moment, I guess. But I was there for you.
You're wielding that thing with purpose, brother.
That's almost like a brewman, isn't it? It's like I was there.
You were. Look, if there was something around, I'm sure you would have, menaced it. That's menacing looking thing.
Do you cut yourself slightly?
Okay. The ice method's dealt with. There's just shards of ice all over the floor, and those with high passive perception do note some remaining elements of that red powder.
Are we gonna try and get some of this stuff? Maybe someone dexterous who won't blow us all to
Well,
Avernus, maybe.
Who's the most dex?
we all look at Greykov.
Gregor's like, he touched it last time he was here. And he's like, I'm not going near that shit again.
My dexterity is pretty good.
I'll pick up.
Maybe if I hit a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll pick
Okay,
up the javelin, and we'll basically like try and scrape it off the wall a little bit, get it to catch on some.
I mean, B seems pretty happy to pick some up.
Don't touch it.
Do you need some extra assistance, Beatrice, with this? To be on the safe side?
Let's see what equipment I have. Hold on. I wrote a list the other day. No, that's loot.
Loot is equipment.
Why do you have soap?
Why don't you have soap?
It's true. A clean adventurer is a good adventurer, Greykov.
Yeah. I mean, you could.
I must have missed the memo.
Oh yes,
I
I
mean,
know. We
Because
know
I know you're all stealthy and all that, but occasionally,
the bath
Yeah.
might do one some good.
yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll do my best to kind of scrape up some of this stuff. I should have a dagger. I suppose I could use some of that. And we've got some empty vials because we've chugged healing potions, I suppose.
If Beatrice will accept it, Sly will offer guidance.
Insight check. That's a 12, I believe.
Sly's being honest. And the pop
I
up
just look directly into the camera and at Dan at the same time. Alright, fine.
And in the meantime, the puppet bites its lip.
Alright, that's a 15. And yes, 15 total.
Well, using an insight check, sorry, to do what?
Oh, I was just checking Sly for Sly's motives before accepting the guidance. So my
Okay.
what would you like me to roll for collecting goo?
Just to be clear, Corbin exits the building if you're collecting food. Trust you, just doesn't want to die.
We're going to
Me too,
use a
Dalton.
dexterity check, or sleight of hand. A very careful hand moves.
This will dictate how many holy hand grenades of Antioch we get to make.
No, my dice is invisible. Okay, so that's a 14 plus 3 for the guidance. So that's a 17.
You managed to pack enough for 2 vials of red substance.
Whoa, that's actually pretty fucking...
Which had a name, but I can't remember what it was called.
I've
will
got the
food
names
powder.
up here. Hold on.
Boom
That is accurate.
Fire's blood.
Fire's blood.
Yep.
Alright, is there anything else we need in this awful house? Or...
DM, do we get a sense of if we lobbed one of those and hit it with a fireball, how big the follow-up explosion might be?
Nagasaki.
I don't know. No, not even a guess. You would not have a clue how big that explosion would be.
It'd definitely be like splitting the atom.
Atom, not Adam.
I mean,
Why
we
do you
could
want to split Adam?
the atom. No, we don't
Don't
want to do
split
that.
Adam. He's a good bloke.
Now, I'm also conscious that B, you came in here for a reason, and then we got attacked and have scraped red shit off the wall and got distracted by paintings.
The last time that we were attacked by those methods was back in that speaker's house in Bremen.
Yeah.
Auril has
Now you
no
mention it.
place.
What connection does Auril have with the Nine Hells and whatever's going on here?
I don't know.
Maybe we should question some speakers. Under threat of boom.
I have absolutely no idea why there is a painting of myself in this house.
Yeah,
No
that is,
connection, no explanation.
pretty weird.
Super sus. In fact, DM, was it in a... Like, would we have seen this the first time through here? And is this freshly placed, or you said it was sort of understuff?
It was understuff, but it wouldn't have been something you would have, like, there was so much debris here.
Okay. So it wasn't obvious
wasn't
as
covered.
not a bait, but a message or a...
You can insight that it wasn't planted.
Okay. I was just wondering if Auril and her messengers and things like that is leaving little love notes.
It's wonderful.
As you exit this house, Sigrid Snowshadow's house, equipped now with 2 vials of red boom powder. The sun would be high in the day, it being at 12:30. Do you head on to Bryn Shander?
Did B do everything she needed or wanted to do?
I'm not sure.
I couldn't find anything because my investigations were crap.
Do we want to spend more time? And
I don't know if I necessarily want to talk to people like about it. Like, it's like on the down low, I guess.
Tobin will find some local. If he's,
I might nudge Greykov a bit, maybe to just like, as everyone else is like exited, just to be like, I didn't find very much. I didn't find what I was looking for. Can you give it a once over?
As long as I don't have to touch anything. Sure.
Can I assist Greykov if he'll let me? With helping with my passive investigation, insight, everything that I've got. They're all pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like the current nature of the arrangement is that with all of this demonic-y kind of stuff, and given that like I'm trying to keep it away from Mylorna, because I know that like it could potentially be powerful and potentially be a bad thing if she knows about it. So I'd really try and keep it on the down low.
it's also an easy way for Mylorna to make a character go kaboom.
Okay, whoever's looking for more clues and things in this house can make an investigation check, please.
I will do that. Will I do it by with advantage, or just do it myself?
Well, I'm sort of like keeping everyone else away, so you can give it a once over, I guess. That's okay.
And
I
Beatrice...
mean, Jorgen's picked up on the fact that B, you had an interest in this house. Is that enough to confide in him, or basically help look? It depends how much you want to be splitting the party in a way that don't want Sly and Mylorna in a loop.
Yeah, I just kind of like want it to be a quick thing. I don't know, like because the house is not going anywhere, I guess.
Right.
Just go look.
I'll have a quick look, and that is a ghost dice. It's alright, I got a 0. Unnatural 0.
No, I guess
House is cursed.
there anyway.
I've searched it very thoroughly.
Just as Greykov goes in, everyone else is kind of standing around like wondering what's going on. Beatrice, you feel like just the edges of your now long, very long fingernails and just the urge to scratch your eyes.
Did that not go away? Oh, Jesus.
Does that mean there's more there?
I searched the place, but I tried very hard not to touch anything and look at anything very much. He's thoroughly looked at.
Nothing turned up. Absolutely nothing else rather than
It's
debris and rubble turned up.
Alright, we'll move on then.
Tolman, you wanted to speak to someone?
yeah. Dolphin just grabs like a random on the street that we see once we've made our way away from Sigurd's house. It's like, is Boris von Sveltik the cleric? He's still around, or is he moved on?
And you come across this real like a little gnome character dressed up in like a leather apron with wool coat over himself, or fur coat over himself. Yeah. Then what was the name?
Boris von Sveltik.
Boris.
He used to be a great cleric in this town.
Oh, no. He died some time ago. The nearest cleric is in Bryn Shander. Are you okay? You need faith or healing?
Well, need a bit of both.
Okay.
Look, I wasn't sure if Boris was still kicking around. But to be fair, he was looking pretty Howard the last time I saw him. So that
he should have had
Bryn
himself.
Shander, you say? Who's in Bryn Shander? What's the name?
You want to find, go up to, and then go to the left and find, then turn right, and you're looking for,
Tell him the price, son. What's the name?
It's just hold on a second. I thought I had it written down elsewhere, but I do not, because it's written down in my book.
Your call is very important to us.
You're looking
Clerical
for
emergencies, please press 1.
Shut up now. You're looking for
If you're
Mishan.
having a disruption of faith, please press 2.
You want to turn left, go straight, then turn right, and then a few more blocks, turn left again, and look for Mishan at the shrine of Amawanator.
Rishan at the shrine.
Mishan.
Mishan. All right, no worries. Fantastic. Thanks for your help, son.
You're welcome.
Have
a good day.
I'll give him a couple silver.
Oh, much obliged. Thank you.
For any optical inquiries, please use Weet-Bix.
He toddles off and looks like his feet are just running faster than his body should allow. But
well, the good and the bad news, Sly. There's old mate Boris isn't around anymore, but Mishan at the shrine in the next town over will be able to sort us out.
Okay. She
You
looks
feel-
a little bit dejected. So yeah, no, okay.
Hey,
Alright.
look, it's not what we wanted, but we've got a solid lead.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Yeah.
moving
It
on.
means you get to hold on to your sock puppet for a little bit longer. Are we done in Targos, everyone?
I think so.
Apart from quick ammo refill, which we can deal with quickly.
Yeah, some ammo would be good.
Buying some ammo.
Yes.
I mean, we can side note that.
We'll retcon that later. You have ammo.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
the only other thing is Gregor might want to swap his short sword for a long sword.
Okay, we'll retcon that later. Just change it over. We'll figure out the transaction details afterwards. But you do find a place that sells some fairly basic gear. Onward, you leave Targos. You then come to, after a couple of hours walk east along the east way. Yes, the east way. A large walled town. These walls must be 15 feet high, and it just skirts the entire perimeter of this place. There is nothing but snow and ice on the outside of this place. The gates are open though, and as you enter freely, the city itself is much bigger than any town in 10 towns you've been prior. Tobin, you've been to this town a couple of times before, but you prefer the outskirts in Bremen.
Busy. Very, very busy.
Yeah. You see, like, people moving carts of dead fish around. You see people trading logs of wood for other goods and materials. There's a small market set up towards the center of town, but you find your way following directions from the guy in Targos. You find your way to
The shrine.
the shrine. You've come to just
El
located.
Shrino.
northeast of the main market, so you do go past the market. You're directed to, after speaking to a few locals, like a fairly basic looking converted house. It's a house, was a house, is a house. There's a sort of a made up sign stuck out the front that just says Shrine of Mylorna. I'm going to spell that because it's a bit of a mouthful. Amaunator. If you guys have a better way to pronounce it, I'm all ears because I can't.
All good. Amanatar, yep.
Mylorna.
Amanatar.
Shrine.
You say a minotaur, I say a minotaur. Like,
But it's not a minotaur.
It's not a minotaur.
This is gonna match.
well, we made it here.
How are we? What's the go here, Sly? We just got the cleric. Are you going in? Is Jurgen gonna bang on the door? Is B gonna threaten them with fireballs?
I'm happy to go in. I mean,
I think we should maybe brief them first. You stay put.
I can go in and have a chat.
Before you even knock on the door opens, and you see a fairly older gentleman there, in mostly white clothes with a large kind of gold necklace of the sun. And he just leans over to you all and says, heard you at the door. May I help you? Would you like to come in out of the cold?
All right,
You could keep him talking, and I could climb up the roof and sneak in if you want.
I'm pretty sure if he just heard us all out here and we hadn't even approached the door, he might have just heard that great cough. Maybe you guys can come in and just, if anything happens, you're there ready. I don't want to hurt anyone.
We have a demon problem.
Oh!
Devil. She's a devil, not a demon. Different thing. Different thing.
She has a co-pilot.
Someone say a dog passenger.
Some sort of Microsoft AI product inside her. What?
That's not good. You should all come in. This may concern more than one of you, potentially. But you seek services from myself, from Mishan?
Yeah, we went to see Boris, but Boris is dead apparently.
Rest his soul.
Sad to hear of his passing.
Indeed, he was one of the good ones. What is
What's
it that
the vibe?
troubles you?
What's the vibe, DM?
Make an insight check, and I'll just describe that when you enter this place, you do see. Thanks for the follow. Tactics. It's a fairly it's a converted house. There's not much to it. It's a few
24.
A few tables, a few chairs seated around facing the same direction. There's a small kind of shrine to this kind of a sun type being at the front. Most things are as clean as can be, and you see off to the side this small gnome, again wearing an apron, but on his hands and knees, just kind of spread on the floor and muttering to himself.
That's a 24 for my inside.
Feels legit. Like this place is a shrine. This gentleman, Mishan, is here. You get the feeling to help people.
And what's the vibe that I get from my dark passenger?
The vibe you get from your dark passenger. What did you make insight? No concern.
Okay.
What would unicorns say?
So we have an additional party member that's piggybacking off of our friend here.
Yes, I appreciate your attempting to explain it, Jorgen, but I think I can speak for myself.
She's a bit of a loose cannon, and yeah, it's difficult to.
Jorgen's just a little bitter because Mylorna tried to kill him.
I understand that.
I tried really hard too.
Yeah. I was. You heard about what happened in Elturel when the city was sunk into Avernus. I was there when it happened, and
Oh my word.
yes, during the course of that, I was captured and branded and coerced and controlled by a being, a devil. I'm not sure exactly what type of devil. She had wings and a tail, and that's about as much as I can tell from the hierarchy. But I thought I had escaped from the help of Timora. You know Timora. Everyone knows Timora. I thought I had escaped free and clear, but recently the brand that she had given me has repaired itself, and I appear to be unable to get rid of her. I only recently learned that I might be able to do something myself about it, but I'm a little bit concerned the danger this devil poses to the party and myself. And I did make a sock puppet that can
let me no. Put whatever that is. Put it away. Come here. And he gets right up in your face, and he like examines you like a dog.
I kneel down. I kneel down for the gnome.
No, he's not the gnome. This is a human. The gnome is the one scrub on the floor.
Okay.
And he comes right up close to you and like examines you like a doctor, like pulls your eyes down, like open up, say and like turns your head side to side, sees a bit of that, sees some of that mark on your back of your neck, turns your head around more and goes, "Oh, don't see too many of those," and just goes to touch it for a second, and you feel, make a wisdom save.
Ooh. Oh, 13.
You feel like this rising of this entity as he's like, his hand starts to burn on fire, but starts to like blister. He's like, gets off this thing, and the voice that comes out of you is not your own.
Oh dear.
There's no need to attempt anything here. Everything's fine. Jorgen, don't let them try anything. I can help you. You know that I can.
See?
I can help.
See? This
Ignore
is what we're talking about.
She turns directly to the priest. Do not try it, my old friend. We'll meet sooner than you think. And then fades away. He says,
What?
what?
What? Your hands? Oh.
It's fine. Copper. He turns over to his the gnome on the floor. Copper, fetch a ball of snow. It's not too hard to come by around here. He seems quite like okay about the whole thing.
No, I can heal you.
It's fine. It's fine. I got it. It's fine. Best I just keep my limbs and digits to myself. I can see you have quite the problem here. There's nothing in my immediate wheelhouse, but I know of an elixir that could help.
What did she mean by your old friend? Does she know you?
I've never met or heard of this. What did you say her name was?
Mylorna. I don't think she was talking to him.
Who was she talking to then?
I don't know.
Me probably.
That doesn't make much sense.
My passive insight is 15 DM.
Yeah, absolutely that was you. You know that was you. You feel that was you.
It's me. It's what she called me amongst her many pet names for me.
Delightful. Pet names? What kind of relationship was this?
Not a good one.
Healthy
Beatrice. Not a good one.
So, an elixir.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
What does it do?
An elixir. It may not completely solve the challenge the issue you face here, but it should certainly suppress her
I mean, that's
within
a great start.
for a
I
time.
mean, would that be better than the puppet?
Probably 1,000 times better than the puppet. Yes.
Well, 1,000 times 0
You
is.
have only one course.
1,000 times 0 is still 0, though. Tolman.
Is this an elixir that you have to take on an ongoing basis? Like, is it a one-time?
It's a little bit difficult to make, otherwise I would have some on hand. There's a particular ingredient for this, and he kind of ruffles around for a second and goes to find a few different books, and you see him
Say
flicking
Nessie
through
scale.
things.
Please say Nessie scale.
And he flicks through it and finds a book, and he's like, here it is. It's the veil weed. Yes, my dear.
Would you know what would have made one dormant demon rise to the surface all of a sudden?
Oh, I'm no expert in their activities and their intentions, but opportunity, weakness,
Weakness.
a thinning of a veil.
Well, Sly was saying that Timora?
Timora, the goddess, yes.
Oh, I'm glad I remember that correct. That Timora had parted her of this presence, and that somehow a link had been re-established, but I'm unsure as to how that eventuates.
Me too. I do not study this kind. I have no expert in that. You might find someone more learned than myself in that particular area. I turn my
We'd like
attention.
to find someone like that.
What, off the back of Beatrice saying that, how much could Sly recall from her? I mean, she was 10 years younger than she is now, so she would have been, like, early teenager when it happened. What would she recall of Devil's Contracts and things like that?
Make a history check.
While that's happening, did you say that this is an elixir that you can
Guidance.
make, or it's still beyond your skill set?
I can concoct it. I have the means to do so, but I don't have the key ingredients needed. This
Missing the
veil
veil.
weed. It's
Where does the veil weed grow?
it grows on the edge of the Whispering Hollow, not far from here. Just southeast, you follow the path towards Goodmead, but veer off to the bushes and you'll find the Whispering Hollow there, and it's not as easy to come by as it once was. Otherwise, I would have some on hand, or the apothecary would. There's something in it
Beatrice.
that prevents us from harvesting it and other things in the area.
Beatrice or Tolban, potentially either of your skill sets here. Beatrice to remember the weed or sketch it, because you seem to do that kind of stuff. Tolban, would you with druidy stuff?
I mean, it seems like the sort of thing I'd have to run across, and I don't know if I remember. It seems pretty rare.
What I'm trying to get at is like capturing that information in a way that we could then head in that direction, and you'd be like, "Oh, there's the veil weed," and know it by sight.
Like a medicine book.
Oh, like if you're looking for what it looks like, I have the sketch of such a thing here, and he shows you the book, and you can see that it looks like a fairly slender plant. Would have dark green. It's a dark green vine that grows in shadowy groves or near the sites of old magic.
Is it prolific or hard to find, and you just don't have it?
It's somewhat hard to find. It only grows in a few places, and in only one that I know of. It's just even harder to get at the moment.
Why at the
DM.
moment?
Well, something has taken up residence there and scared off everyone that tries to go anywhere near it.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course it has.
Hey, DM, does a plant count as an object?
For what purpose?
For the purpose of locating objects, I assume.
For the purpose of locate objects.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
You might end up with like hundreds or thousands of them popping up all over the shop.
I'm closest one away from danger, sounds the best. I appreciate your time, Father. Your hand's okay.
You see this little gnome come over with like some ice and a towel. He's like, oh, there you go. That should do it for a while. Look after yourself. Like, oh, thank you, Copper.
What? Just before we go, what is the nature of the beast that is protecting this land, this area?
If the rumors are true, they say it's someone who's lived like a hermit that's lived out there for some years now. Used to be fine to go out wandering those woods. The winter came and people started to go a little bit crazy, and people tried to take control of these areas for their own means and live in the wilds. It's rumored that just a man lives out there.
No,
We've dealt with men.
We can deal with men.
And women. And the children too.
Shall we go and deal with the man and get this weed?
Do you have any more questions, Beatrice?
No, not at this point.
is it? Sorry, I must have missed that. Is it like you take this medicine ongoing, or is it like, yeah?
Until
Like a band-aid for a broken arm.
Yeah, until such time as it runs out. I mean, it doesn't make a great deal of elixir.
Is it? How long does the elixir last for?
We shall roll a dice for that, in fact.
and like, we should, when we get there, if it's going to take like a lot of this elixir, should we get like 20 of them?
Oh, please.
There only going to be one? What's the go?
By all means, get as many as you can find, but typically they grow pretty rarely.
Tolkien, do you have any druid tricks for?
I mean, when I see it, I can try and make it.
Plant.
Bring me the veil weed, and I will make you the fix.
Oh, let's go. Let's not make this too difficult on ourselves. He can fix this elixir up for us if we go and get the weed. Let's go get it.
Let's go get that dank kush so we can fix up what's wrong with me.
Do you hear that, Mylorna?
It's a temporary band-aid.
That's better than what we have at the moment, which is the fucking puppet, Beatrice.
I don't know
I'm just
how anything
saying.
came apart. I was asleep and then I woke up and there was some kind of creepy puppet.
I'll be here. It's not far away. You'll be able to find it pretty easily. And when you reach trouble, you've found the right location.
Then we'll deal with trouble.
Indeed.
We travel with trouble.
Well, fist them good.
You do whatever you need to do, but okay. Just leave that outside. Oh, thanks for the follow. Do you then? What are you doing? You're looking around this place, moving on, heading out to the.
I'll cast a little bit. I'll cast. If we've got a direction of where we're going, if he's told us approximately where we're going, then I will take the team in that direction and cast Find Object or Locate Object.
Okay.
I'd like to make a small offering to Amanata.
Okay.
Just a couple of coins.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll also do the same thing. So, thank you, Father. They seem a little they're a little bit rough around the edges, but they're good people, and they've stuck by me, even knowing what's possessing me.
I appreciate the gesture, and I pray that when you return, we can cleanse your soul of this torment.
Thank you.
Or at least put a band-aid
yeah,
on
I'll
it.
also- Yeah.
And then the soul to quiet the torrents of perpetual suffering.
I pull out the sewing needle again and motion to
No. Okay.
to the cleric, whatever his name was, and be like, otherwise it's.
Whoa,
No,
no need for that.
we have other options, Jorgen. Now we have other options that don't involve lobotomizing me.
Yes, but
For now, we have
every plan should have a plan B and a plan C, and
We'll call that plan Z.
If you now are leaving Bryn Shander to find this Whispering Hollow,
Wait, what time is it when after all of that?
let's see. You walked. I'm just losing my earphones. Which is fantastic.
I feel like we're approaching the time of the meeting of the speakers, and we're now in Bryn Shander. Is that the place where the thing happens?
You are in Bryn Shander. That is a place
Nice.
where the meeting of the speakers is happening. It's now about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And when is the meeting of the speakers?
You heard about this about a week ago up in Lonelywood. So, and the only estimate you got from that point in time was in a few days' time.
So we probably missed.
It's either we've missed it or it's about to happen. Like, do we do the speakers or do we do the?
Oi, Bryn!
Why don't we ask? Why don't we
No
ask?
Bryn!
is there a newsboy on the?
No wonder I got this
corner.
match t-shirt for like half price.
DM, I would have a basic description of Impa, wouldn't I?
Very, very basic. To the point of, Emperor is a Goliath cleric.
Would that be enough to base that I can send a message to her using sending?
Probably
Got it.
not. No.
I'll turn to the party and be like, can any of you do minor illusion? Show me what Impa looks like. I can see if the meeting's happened yet. I can send her a message.
Not I. That's not my. It's not my jam.
Can we just ask around? Well, older gentleman whose name I did not write down.
You sure?
Mishan.
Mishan.
Yes, that's me. I've been trying to
Hello
help you for the
again.
last 15 minutes. Oh, well, hi again.
Myself?
Did there was a meeting of the speakers taking place in Bryn Shander.
Indeed.
Has it happened yet?
It's ongoing. It's been happening for a couple of days now, so I have heard. Lots to discuss.
Is there good news coming out of there?
Well,
Bad news?
a little bit of
Troubling?
column A, a little bit of column B, but the news I hear are more so rumours than actual facts, you could say. The news is kept fairly tight-lipped until such time as the meeting has concluded and facts can be released.
What rumours are spinning?
Well,
Usually some truth to rumours.
we have learnt of some changes to the roster of speakers. We know for a fact that our neighbour Bremen has a new speaker in Cora Mulfun.
Oh, poor Impa.
We know that after the trouble that poor Targos faced a few weeks ago, that they have a new speaker in Mindy Hillsplitter. We haven't heard anything from the speaker of Caer Dinaval, who, from what I understand, wasn't present, nor was the speaker of Goodmead, Kendrick Reelsborough, who, as we've recently found out, has recently been killed by a Verbeeg, of all things.
A what?
Verbeeg.
Okay, say it, but make it make sense.
Quit saying the same thing.
It's a Verbeeg.
You keep saying that.
It's Verbeeg. It's almost like a giant kind, but not a giant.
Got you.
So like
Verbeeg.
normal. A normal person.
So
Bigger than normal,
yes,
but not as
literally.
big as a giant. You know, big, but maybe big.
Not as
They
big.
change in different sizes.
Like
There
a
you go.
Goliath.
What?
Goliath like giant people. They're like
Oh,
bigger than
bigger, giant. But think giant, but not a giant.
Man's
Like
a scientist.
So they're giant, but
Like a
not
small-
a giant.
A small,
Pygmy giant.
a dwarf giant.
look, fuck you all. It's like there's different types of humans.
Point at the gnome, and I'm just like him, but big.
But you see Copper look up at you and go, "Fucking just come here and say it."
I walk over, and I'm like you, but big.
When you walk over and this gnome is in like this, you know, you put a toddler in like a fuzzy bear suit. He's wearing that just to stay warm, although you can clearly tell that he's made it himself.
So it looks like a little Ewok.
He looks like a little
Yeah.
Ewok. He's like,
I walk over and I say, like you, Wicket.
don't make up funny names for me. All I mean was, not like me. Don't associate me as being different kind of people. I've got more bigger things to worry about than the big folk. You know
I will
what?
Stay here
Very
for a
big
second.
things to worry about.
Oh shit, my earphones are dying.
Oh, is the DM's lost his ear again? He
that-
can't hear us. We all level up. Yay!
You don't level up.
Say no.
Okay.
Hello,
I'm
Jess.
back. I'm back.
Oh no, we've lost the DM.
No, you can't
It
hear me?
is chaos. We are off the rails now. There are no rails.
You can hear me. Don't tell me you can't hear me.
There we go.
My
Yeah.
phone mutes everyone.
Now we
So,
couldn't move on.
This little fuzzy guy is like, I've got bigger things on my mind to worry about than the nature of big folk and the different speakers of the different towns.
what
Where-
is on
where
your
can we-
mind?
Where can we catch this speaker fest?
Hang on, we'll resolve Slack conversation and your conversation. You know what? I have a friend, Macratus. He's onto something big, I think. And I've been trying to help him with my different blueprints and notes, but he's doing research in an old cabin. And from the letters he sent me, he thinks he's found something which could end this eternal winter. He's onto something. But I haven't heard from him now for some time, and it really worries me.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Did you say end the winter?
Well, yes, my friend. He's a smart dude. He can figure things out, and with our correspondence and what I've sent him, he's told me he's found a possible solution.
Right.
But I haven't heard from
Lives
him
in a
now
cabin
for
where?
north of where did he say? North of follow this, go up the path north of Lonelywood.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna try some turns.
Imagine if we were just in Lonelywood.
Now, what would you just ask in the priest, Jorgen? Where's the council? Where's the council of speakers?
Yeah, where's Speaker Fest?
The speakers are in the council hall, which is down near the south wall, near the southwest gates of the town. You are... It's on pretty much the opposite side of town from where I am. You just keep walking southeast and you'll find the council hall.
Perhaps we should drop in before we go anywhere else.
Well, we can.
We have a habit of being waylaid or getting lost in the woods for
Yeah,
days on end.
We could see your friends that we missed in Bremen.
Input.
Sorry, DM, I totally missed what you said because I thought you were doing their conversation with the cleric. But there is someone up near Lonelywood who is missing, who had information about to get rid of the winter.
Yes, that's right. So, Copper's friend, Macratus, has been conducting research in an old cabin in the wilderness north of Lonelywood. He's been trying to build a device that could end the Frostmaiden's eternal winter.
Fuck yeah. I just want to... It's going to blow up, but I'm so keen for that.
And had made progress, is what was showing.
From what his correspondent tells me.
And,
do you think you can stop by and check on him if you're going that way?
We've been... Yeah, all over the place. We've got to do the speaker thing. We've got to go deal with the get the thing for the elixir. Got to get Dinnerville at some point, but I'm certain we could do it. I mean,
I've been everywhere, man. Lonelywood, Pendletowns.
I feel like we're just going around in circles and circles and circles.
It's only 10 towns.
I mean, yeah, we've only visited like 3 of them. Now 4. Now 5. Hey, we're halfway there, everybody. Woohoo! I'm sure I was saying to the party. Hey, we're going to go to Lonelywood at some point. Someone knows something about building a device to try to get rid of the winter up near Lonelywood. I mean, we were just there. It would have been nice to have this information previously, but I mean...
But I'm down here. I can't possibly be up there and tell you this information.
Look, I think let's drop in on Speakerfest and just make sure that
Absolutely.
everyone's towing the same, or like working together rather than.
Do we have to cosplay?
And
weren't we like trying to get to your like family who's in trouble?
Yes. That's forefront of my mind currently. But we need to do the things because you all are very worried about me, and I need to make sure you're not worried about me before we go deal with my family.
And I also trying to kill us.
I haven't tried to kill you.
Yes.
part of you.
Not part of me. She's a very different part of me.
Part of you.
Regardless, the threat still lingers. As long as you do.
Looks like we want you around. We've got to get rid of her. Let's go do it.
Keep suggesting this ice pick.
So, okay, what's the plan? Heading out to the Whispering Hollow, heading to the council hall, heading elsewhere?
Suggestion is go to the council hall, see what's going down, see if the bullshit happening, and who's on the good side, who's on the bad side.
Is that the consensus? Is that the plan?
Yeah. Tolbin's down to go to councils.
Yeah.
Drop in.
That can be a drop in, then do.
Then do our fetch quest.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a meeting in person finally. I need to chat with her.
Cool, let's do it. Okay, you walk yourselves across the entirety of Bryn Shander, and hopefully you can all see the map now. So where you guys are, at the House of the Morning Lord, the Shrine of Armantor, is here. Hanging on the map. Where you are heading...
That's black map for me, DM.
Oh no. Give me a second. Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Where you are is here. Shrine of the Morning Lord, or House of the Morning Lord, the Shrine of Armantor. You are now heading to the Council Hall, which is here.
Yep.
Okay. So you spend the next half an hour or so winding your way through the streets of Bryn Shander, and luckily, Tolbin, you've been in these places before, so you kind of can navigate your way around okay. You eventually approach a towering stone structure with steep, snow-laden roof and dark granite walls that gleam with frost. Its massive wooden doors are reinforced with iron, adorned with carvings of the 10 towns' emblems and flanked by snow-covered statues of past leaders. As you open that door, inside, you can see the hall is dimly lit by large iron chandeliers hanging from vaulted ceilings, casting flickering light on the long oak table where the speakers gather. At the end, a grand stone fireplace burns faintly, its mantle adorned with shields from each of those 10 towns, signifying their fragile unity. 8 faces turn to see you. Some of which you recognize. You recognize, obviously... Oh, and there are some other people on the periphery, right, sitting around the edges. And as soon as you all enter, all those 8 speakers in the middle turn to face you. Some of those people on the periphery stand. On those edges, you recognize Impa Rome standing more or less behind where Cora Malfoon is sitting. You also recognize... what's his name? What is his name? I just want to give you the right name. Leaf. Leaf hasn't got a last name. Typical.
That's not true. He does too.
It's like Hart Smith or something like that.
It is
one of your favourites, Jez.
Yeah. Leaf from Targos, sitting behind someone you don't recognise. One of the people there, a woman, stands at the table. Who are you? What are you doing here? And you see a woman who looks young, but she looks very confident in who she is and confident in her skin. She wears a blue and brown cloak with gold trim and a nice fur edge around that. Well,
we are the Fists of Bremen.
Bremen? She turns to look at Cora and Impa. You know these people? And Cora.
Impa. Yep.
Cora.
Impa just says, oh.
Sorry.
Impa just says, yes.
Cora.
She's kind of waves at everyone.
Cora turns to the speaker and says, we do, Speaker de Vessa. These people passed through Bremen maybe 3 weeks ago now. They stayed at my inn, some of them, and she points at Greykov and Beatrice. But they left. They left, headed towards... I'm not sure where they headed, but they had things on their mind to take care of. What brings you back to us now?
That's a very good question, one that I will allow, and I kind of nudge Beatrice to answer.
There is trouble in the 10 towns. We have a number of speakers who have either died, gone missing, or have turned against their people and aligned themselves with the Frostmaiden. No doubt this is problematic for all those who wish to live in peace and harmony and safety in Icewind Dale. We believe that Auril is a threat that cannot be allowed to be maintained in this region. We also believe that there are some here that would seek to do harm to those who live here by aligning themselves with the Zentarim and with Auril.
The woman who had stood up first addresses you. Excuse me, your name is?
My name is Beatrice.
You speak in this council as though you have authority, Beatrice. You do not.
I do not speak with authority, I speak with fact.
We are well aware of the situation that unfolded in Targos. We have the situation now under control after some kind of revolt that took place, or escape that took place. You can rest assured that, and she looks around to each of the speakers, there is no other threat within our own ranks.
I see. Well, do you have the situation in Cardinaval under control? Do you have the situation in Carconeg under control?
Yes.
Do you have the situation in Bryn Shander under control? You've been here, where the human sacrifices are made to Auril. That sounds rather pleasant for all that live here, don't you think? What about in East Haven, where we have more human sacrifices to Auril? What about in Tourmaline, where we have creatures rising from the Underdark? What about in Lonelywood, where we have the spirits of animals running amok throughout the forest, attacking villagers, turning them to icy statues in the forest? Do we have that under control?
I drop a mic for Beatrice.
And here's all my notes that I wrote out city by city. I came prepared.
She sits
I
down.
brought receipts, motherfucker.
She sits down in her chair, and you can see her kind of slouch a little bit looking defeated. I can see you have the interests of our region at heart, Beatrice.
Good people suffer.
It is not a decision.
Lie and do nothing.
You mentioned the sacrifices that we make here and a few of the other towns, that she nods to a couple of people at the table, have also agreed to undertake. These are not decisions we make lightly. These are decisions which keep the greater, the majority of our peoples safe, out of Auril's harm, out of Auril's path of wrath and destruction.
And you know what would keep the greater safe? The majority would be turning her from this place, finding her weak spot and exploiting it.
I agree. If there was someone who could do that, we would be forever grateful. But there are few who would have the metals to stand up to a deity. Are you that person? Do you have the stones to do that?
Well, deity is the wrong word. I think she's just like sub-deity, or like, you know,
just a really angry individual.
With this innate, flowery, very, like strong speech, and Greco was just like, man, does it? Like,
but if you have like, if you fear the thing, you then fear the fear of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Fear of the name increases fear of the thing itself.
Yeah.
And then through that fear, you give it power over you. You should stand up. Bremen doesn't have to be like this. Not Bremen, all of 10 towns doesn't have to be like this.
How? We turn our back on Auril. We pretend she's not there, and what? She just ups and leaves? You think that will happen, and we will just all be safe, and spring will come?
You find her stronghold, send us there, and we can deal with it in like a couple more levels, because I don't know how many levels this content has, but no, we find the information, help us to help you. Don't be shits and focus on what you want, what's best for your town, your own personal gain. Focus on what it is the community as a life, as a whole. Greykov, you're over the floor.
I was just going to say that you people are tough. You're not like the southern squabble that is down there. You guys are tough up here. Like, you guys are probably more than a match for a sub-deity.
Once the people of 10 towns were a united front, and Auril has come in with her lies, her wickedness, her spies, her underhanded dealings, and has destabilized that unity, has picked you off one by one, until there's half of you that are for the people, really, and half of you that were for vested interests of your own sake. Find that unity, find that strength, find the goodness in your souls, and do not cower in the fear of your mortal lives, because this is not just your life that you are risking. This is the future of your people, Your children, your grandchildren, do you want them to be subject to Auril's torment? All eternity.
Of course we do not. Of course we want to be free of her
Then
wrath.
fix your house.
You know nothing
Get
of the
it in
politics
order.
of this place. It's not as simple as flicking a switch and making her disappear. It's not as simple
No, I
as
did not
sending...
say that. I did not say make Auril disappear. I said fix this house. Fix who you have in your leadership positions.
We are
Of
doing that.
poor
That is
people.
what we are doing here. Make an intimidation check.
With my -1 charisma.
Can we toss some inspiration, Beatrice's way?
And can she have
Well-
advantage with all the speeches that we've
Yes.
been doing?
Have
together?
advantage. Have advantage.
Can I ask what my ruin card does again? I forget
Yo.
what it was.
Ruin.
You know how we had those cards from
Yeah.
last. Probably says something about makes things.
Ruin. As a bonus action, impose disadvantage on all ability checks of a creature you can see until the end of its next turn.
Make the speaker.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always just use my flames and burn everyone.
Oh wow, that's real good.
That's an 8. I'm super scary, everyone. I'm real scary.
We are here today, Beatrice, to fix our house, to put things right, to restore order, leadership, to give people confidence in the Councillor speakers once more, to give people confidence to live their lives in 10 towns. That is why we are here.
If that's
What
what
we-
you tell yourself to help yourself sleep at night, may it do you good.
She looks over at a guy
I'm
that's
just gonna
standing
walk
behind
out.
her. Yeah, she looks over at a guy behind her, and you see this like very tall, strong-looking, dark-skinned, bald guy. He's got the same kind of blue vest on, a brown cloak over the outside of that, and he's starts to kind of hold a hilt of his sword by his side, and just sort of slowly ambles towards you all.
I already left. Ha!
I will stand slightly in front of Beatrice.
Already left. I'm gone. I'm not in there anymore.
It's
No, she's left.
Before Gregov leaves, he'll just say like, well, sure, govern how you want, but make sure your name's on that fucking lottery you spin every fucking month. And leave.
make an insight check.
Insight. These are 14.
When you say that, you kind of catch that some of them will kind of look to each other, just like looking at each other like, what just happened?
Like guilty?
Or just get the sense that they are uncomfortable that you know something that they know.
And that they've been called out on their bullshit.
Well, they don't like. There's a lot more. There's not a lot more, but there's more to that kind of thread. Like you kind of understand from that comment and the way people look to each other. Like some people look a little bit shocked and confronted. Like, are you doing that? Are you doing that? Or and some people kind of look in there like, shit, is he talking about me? In any case, the town guard, the town militia, start to funnel you and push you back out council doors, and they close. A second later, they open, and a familiar face runs out. Impa comes out, and she
Oh,
says,
darling.
"Hello,
Hey.
hello. Why are you here?"
Who's
I'll do
doing
it.
the voice,
I'll do
DM? Okay, you do the
You do
voice.
Sly.
Okay.
I'll do Impa. As best I can.
Why are we here? We're here because your society sucks.
Beatrice, that's... I know that we've found some trouble. This is why I'm here with Cora to fix it, to set things right.
Yes, I do believe that's going to happen. Oh, so much.
Believe me, Beatrice.
He's being sarcastic.
Oh, I don't read that well. Are you safe? Are you well? All of you? Tobin? You well?
Beatrice, we've been through some things. We've killed a bunch of stuff. We've uncovered a bunch of stuff. Things are dicey. Things are not well.
Do you know this person?
Yeah. Hi.
Is that they're a harper?
I'm Sly. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'll get up close to Impa and I'll show Impa my pin.
Mm-hmm.
Boob.
Yeah, it's a boob. No, I'll show
Now
him
you
and
know
I'll
the heart of
quickly hide
handshake.
it away.
She does the same and then gives you the secret handshake. You were sent for?
Yeah. You asked for help in Targos.
I'm glad you're here. There are others just like us that need more help. And
Yeah, you get a 2-for-1 deal with her.
really, how's
Yes, it's
that? I
demonic.
was- well, that wasn't part of the
It was.
deal, which were part of the agreement. What I heard.
Freebie.
was-
Bog off.
But I'm glad you're here. You'll find also another one of our kinds in the market square should you need more guidance.
I'll say in code, like essentially in the code is who am I looking for?
Does she mean like as in like someone possessed by a demon, a cleric, or
No, I think they mean a secret agent.
Another harper or just another asshole?
No, assholes a dime a dozen in this place. There's one on every.
Just witness that.
Turn around and say,
You.
hey, everyone's an asshole, and everyone has an asshole. So
She goes by the name Beldora, and you'll recognize her because, well, she spends most of her time on the streets looking homeless, which is a fantastic source of information of the towns.
I thank her again. Out of code. It's good to meet you, Impa. They talk a lot about you. They miss you. How are your kids?
Oh, they all
I've heard so
well.
much about.
She has a bit of a chuckle. What are their names again? That's right, Link and Zelda. They're
What are their names? Clearly you missed them.
they're well. They miss their father every day, but I told them the stories of when he's not being an idiot. And
I've heard many stories about his glorious mustache. Perhaps you can regale us with one.
it's much like your own, Sly. No.
Hey!
No, look, I can't spend much time out here. I just told them I had to mention one thing to you all, but I should get back to this meeting. I don't want to miss anything which is happening in there. For the good of the towns and for the good of Bremen.
Peace be with your sister.
You too. Good luck out there. Stay safe. She turns and walks off.
Yeah, we should catch up later and find out more about what you're dealing with in there.
I'll be here for another few days.
Who's waging what plots?
I'll be around for the next few days. You can find me in the evenings in the North Look, which you understand is a local tavern in Bryn Shander. But I must be turning. I must be going. And she turns and heads back inside.
I'll just say to her, Impa, I prefer your accent and the way you speak now to when you first appeared on stream.
I feel much more calmer in my own skin right now.
Disapproving wife noises.
I can't remember what she sounds like.
Marge Simpson, basically.
It was Marge Simpson. You did Marge Simpson for Impa.
When? Oh, very, very first one.
Right at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Thanks for the reminder.
Sorry, it's only... It's been a year, it's fine.
Okay, alright, she turns in, walks back inside. You stand all now in front of the council hall.
I, for one, think this place is fucked.
Oh no, the whole 10 towns seem to be pretty fucked. And I think the root cause of it is the Frostmaiden.
This is how you're supposed to... You can't possibly save someone. Or a group of someones who don't want to save themselves. Not truly. They only look out for their own skins.
Oh, at the moment, that's all they really have. I mean...
That's not true.
Isn't it?
It's these people who live within the context of this building specifically are looking after themselves before they look after the greater populace.
But imagine you had a great and powerful being, and you were what you were when you first met everyone else. What would your choices be?
Not to sacrifice my fellows. To send them and condemn them to death. That would not be my choice.
Yes, and I'm sure they thought the same thing. But when faced with a being of whatever level of power this Auril may have...
Yes, they chose cowardice.
Exactly, because they didn't have people who were strong enough to stand up. I mean,
they just didn't lead
Auril.
They just didn't lead people they had.
I mean, we've got Greykov, who is a sneaky badass who can do things that we can't even think of, and is built of sturdier stuff than we take him than we know of. We have Beatrice, who is granted a pyromaniac who can set the entire world ablaze if she put her mind to it. We've got Jorgen, this apparent hell kitty who can attack things twice. We've got...
It is indeed a skill that you have to work up to.
And you've got Tolbin, who can stand up to a fucking ancient white dragon and tell it, no, you fuck off. I mean, like, if these people had us around when all of this started, they wouldn't be in this position. And now they have us.
Yes,
we
but
can make a real
they
difference.
do not want us.
That's fine.
Maybe they don't know they need us.
Maybe we be the heroes they deserve. Hashtag Rorschach. Watchmen, deep cut. No, it doesn't matter. Like, it still doesn't matter if they want us or not. It's about doing the right thing and protecting the most amount of people.
Next villain comes through. They'll be just in the exact same situation.
You know what? That's when the Fists of Bremen get ready and we...
Like, why is it our job to stick our necks on the line to save a bunch of idiots who don't want to do anything to save themselves?
What else is the point of all this power? As my mother always told me, with great power comes great, fuck up shit. What's the point of gathering all this power and we can use it for ourselves, for our own personal gain, and be like these fucks? Or are we going to actually help people? At the end of the day, they will know that we were the ones that stood up for them, not the townspeakers.
It's still going to be these cups who are running it at the end of the day, is it not?
Yes, but, I mean, I've been in 10 towns my whole life, and I can tell you the speakers have done many good things, but in times of crisis, they're not warriors. They're administrators. They're here to push paper and get things done behind closed doors, sitting at desks. We need to go burn stuff. That's what we're here for.
And
Right.
if the people of the 10 towns see that people are willing to step up and do the right thing on their behalf, that aren't these bureaucrats sitting in their look over not ivory tower, they can they'll realize that they should get rid of those speakers and vote them out and get people who will actually make lasting, impactful change.
But because it's not them making the change, and we do it without their say, will they condemn us? And what if it turns out to be kind of like a half win, half lose situation?
Greykov, were you not charged with doing a certain thing to a certain someone in this party at a point in time?
I'm not sure what you mean. But I just think perhaps if we do try to help, they'll condemn us for doing so.
So that they'll condemn us for making their lives better.
Well, we don't know that it will.
We don't know if it will. It could come at a price that's they're going to have to pay and that they didn't ask to pay.
So we should just go home, pack up, end the campaign here?
You feel a rising change in yourself, Sly. And no wisdom save for this one. But a different voice comes through. Speaking mainly to Beatrice, but to all of you. No. You don't have to spare this horrid place. We can watch it burn.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
I offer my assistance, not my opinion.
Didn't ask for that either. No one wants you here. Go back to where you came from. We are not friends, we are not allies.
I can help you, Jorgen. And she disappears back.
Back off, bitch. Back in your box.
Sly returns.
So that was not like a good moment to pick for Mylorna, because it's just I have all this bubbling, seething kind of rage inside, and she just gave me an outlet.
All I'm saying, Sly completely oblivious to what just happened, just seeing everyone looking angry at her. All I'm saying is, what? We're just gonna leave them to their own devices and see what happens? We could. I mean, we could. It's a roll of the dice, essentially. We could make things better, or we could make things slightly less shit. That's still, slightly less shit is still better than what the current shit is.
Ooh, currently
Yes?
you're selling an idealistic dream. How do you suppose this is enacted? I've been following all of the quest threads. I've been noting them town by town, and still I have no overarching one to pull on to go, yes, this is going to lead us to victory. This is going to give
we keep exploring. We keep asking questions. We visited 5 of the. You guys have visited 5 of the 10 towns. There's still 5 more to go. There's a guy up in Lonelywood. We've got this elixir thing to stop whatever's going on with me, which I would like, because I would like you guys to actually trust me instead of me just continuously just being beat down by you guys because you don't trust me. Remember,
yes,
it's not
this is
me.
the whole time, and then turned out to be.
I didn't know. I didn't know, Beatrice.
A whole bunch of shit the entire time I've known you about. Oh, you don't trust me. You don't trust me. And then just as I start to feel sorry for you, just as I start to let you in and think that you might possibly be a friend, this demonic presence, betrayer.
I didn't know, Beatrice. Honestly. If I had known, I would have stayed well clear of you. I wouldn't have come up here. I wouldn't have come looking for my family or anything like that. I would have found a way to figure it out down where there's a lot of people who probably know what the fuck they're dealing with. If I had known any of this, I would not have approached anyone about this. I don't know what caused her to re-emerge, to emerge, to take up residence. Maybe she saw that I was happy because I'd found some people who had begun to trust me and stuff like that. And just like she always does, she decided that she was going to snatch that from me. I want to be happy. I want you all to trust me. I want to be friends with people. I want to, be able to fall in love, have a family of my own, find my family. But she won't let that happen. I just want to be normal.
Do you think the way to do that is by saving the 10 towns?
If anything can come from what I've learned, it's that I don't want to be anything like I was forced. Things that I was forced to do when I was in the Hells. I want to help people. I want to make the world better than the world that I was born into. So things like this can't happen. Making the world better than it is isn't a bad thing, and wanting that isn't a bad thing. And yes, I might be possessed by the biggest bitch the Nine Hells has ever spat out. But if we could, I want to make it so that things like that can't happen. That people like her can't happen. Even just marginally tip the scales, whatever way I can, so that they lead to happiness.
I think like the helping the 10 towns to their be rid of Auril is something. I feel like I'm reaching into someone else's refrigerator, and I need their blessing to help them, perhaps.
Then I give it to you. This is my home. I suffer under her. If I'm one person from 10 towns, I'm every person from 10 towns. I live my life here, and I saw my wife die here. I've mourned in these streets.
I feel like I need to embroider that on a tapestry.
Should we check in with Impo when she's done and see just how much support we've got?
I think that would be wise.
See who's all for it versus who's benefiting and wants to keep the status quo.
Those people who want to keep that status quo will put a target on our backs.
Puts a target on theirs too.
I mean, it's not like everywhere we go we don't have something trying to kill us anyway.
We also know that these speakers are not immune. They might surround themselves with some powerful friends and allies,
but we can't fight a war from innumerable assailants from all sides.
Well, I maybe we speak to Empire, and I've got a contact here in the city that I can speak to, the one that's sent me to you all, and chat to her as well, and see what support we can muster, because it can't continue like this. Like, yes, Grekov?
Oh, a compelling thing that I've heard came from the person who told the dragon to go fuck itself was
a massive raging hard on.
Well,
Oh no.
literally. Oh, it's gonna.
we lost you.
Are we back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. It's like Tolben, yeah, you've got a good set of ideals, and you've got probably more skin in the game than
Oh, we lost them! No!
Critical moment.
Oh,
Are we back?
But,
Hopefully.
Oh, there we go.
Hopefully, you're back now.
Do you want to disconnect and reconnect?
No, I think it just did. Carry on.
Okay.
Still shit.
No, it's
Still
gone. Thank
shit.
God. Sly just looks to Jorgen and Tolvin as they're saying everything, and as Grekov musters up his courage to talk, she just looks at him.
Go ahead, Grekov.
Oh
Basically
no!
say that finishing up by saying, oh, for fuck's sake. Are we there? We're here?
Yep.
Finishing up, I say, for fuck's sake.
Tolvin, you respect that what you're about. You stand up for yourself, your people, and your words mean a lot to me. So that's my 2 copper.
Oh, you have more than that now.
Much in the way of coin, but it's in this song.
We are losing.
Sounds
Grekov. Are you? Where are you guys moving to next? Are you off to the Willowwood Hollow?
We're off to get the
Vale weed?
Weed.
The weed?
Let's get that dank kush.
Okay, as you guys exit the town following the directions given to you by Mishan, we'll finish up our session there for the evening as you head off, but awarding inspiration cards for both Beatrice and Sly for massive RP moments and putting the DM in like, oh fuck, what do I do now? Type situation.
That was awesome.
Okay, so cards up for grabs. We have Auril, the Donjon,
Dungeon.
the Throne, or the Comet. Beatrice, you can pick first.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I just took. Oh fuck. So I just took a spell that was like a whole bunch of little mini meteors.
Awesome.
So would you like Comet?
Yeah. What does it do?
I'll share that in a moment. Which means the new card that comes in for you available there, Dan, is the puzzle.
Ooh.
So take your pick out of those 4.
I know that Sly would like Uriel, but Mylorna would like the throne.
Okay. Alright, so let's finish our session there. Happy days. Let me get you these cards.
Hey,
Deck of Inspiration.
Beatrice, are you feeling okay? You sound a little hoarse.
Such an idiot.
We're taking a break for a month so Dan can get the help he needs.
Take his card back.
Okay, comment card.
I teach kindergarten. This is what it does to you people.
The Comet card for you, Beatrice, will, as a bonus action, you can select one creature as your chosen foe. That creature has vulnerability to damage you deal and resistance to all other damage. And it had disadvantage on its attack rolls against any creature other than you. And this effect ends when any creature other than you deals damage to that target.
Okay.
It's a long
That
one.
sounds pretty good. Wait, so wait, with the resistance to damage, so if she attacks something and uses the comet, does that thing then have resistance to every other type of damage until the start of Beatrice's next turn?
To deal it. So if she deals fire damage, then it has vulnerability to fire, but resistance to all other types of damage.
It's okay. I can do a lot of that.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, deal thrown to down.
Fireball, it's like 80.
The thrown card, as a reaction, when you take damage, the creature that dealt the damage has the frightened condition until the end of its next turn. You are the source of its fear.
Excellent. Cool. Make people afeared.
You guys have to use these fucking cards.
Yeah, I have 3 cards now. Also, I didn't expect to get so emotional on that last bit.
Good play. Good play.
That was good. Awesome. Question from Mark. The Fates card?
Oh no, it can be done later.
Okay.
A recap.
I'll show you how to get into them
What
as
my
well.
cards do.
Cool.
I can get into them, I just can't actually read details.
If you just click on it, it should put it in the chat for you.
Puts it in chat for you.
Alright, we are back next week, folks, with kickoff of Curse of Strahd, which is going to be sweet.
No, it's not Curse of Strahd. It's Barovia or Bust.
Barovia
This
or
is a Raging Roll spin on Curse of Strahd. This is not your mama's Curse of Strahd. This is something different.
Oh,
Looking forward to it, team.
and then we have a bit of a break till
Pieces,
October.
everyone.
So we'll see you on the clips on YouTube and next week. See you then, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.